father and son.
Oh, that's awesome.
So let's see who beats who. All right, here it goes. That's... And let's put on the cam. Okay, the bottom right, the 11-year-old TyphoonFusion. And Weva, go ahead.
And on the top left, we have the adult and father of this 11-year-old, Mordred.
All right, so let's see. Mordred's rusty, guys. TyphoonFusion just started a few months ago. And they can't hear us because they're in Florida. That's the good news. Not like in the same room or anything. Not in the gaming house or anything like that. Right? That could be an issue. When I play, someone else has to cast the game. Anyway,
So
yeah, go ahead.
Both of them went for a pylon scout. So I guess maybe they have a history of choosing each other?
You know, at this level, so let me give you background on Mordred. He got the diamond at one point in Wings of Liberty. He started to come back and play again. If I had to guess his current skill level, having not played in a while, I would say he's gold. So I don't think this has anything to do with the cheese thing. They're just part of their build, right? They're still gonna get him back into it. I don't think we can expect kind of like the stuff we usually see from the higher level players here in terms of the assumptions. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But there's a pylon block.
Yep, a pylon block. I'm gonna say I like Mordred's build quite a bit more.
Why is that?
He already has the double gas in PvP, so that means he's going more aggressive.
Does it sound too loud, guys? I think the music's too loud, isn't it? Sorry about that. So 2 gates versus...
Right now, Mordred only has 1 gate, though.
Yeah.
So I'm curious what he's gonna tech into off that second gas. I would assume he's just gonna immediately throw down a Twilight or a Robo here.
We got 4 gate here for Fusion. Yeah, Robo for Mordred.
Yeah, 4 gate.
Yeah.
And he's walling off a bit against Adepts as well.
Somewhat. There's 2 holes, 3 holes, so it's not very good wall off.
It's not that good, but if he were to see a bunch of Adepts coming over, it'd be a lot easier for him to fill in those holes.
This is true.
Yeah.
Let's zoom out a little bit here. Oh,
now,
look at that.
The fact that he's chrono boosting probes and Mordred TyphoonFusion expanded.
Yeah, he expanded behind the 4 gate, which I kind of like. He's ready. Look, we got to remember at this level. Ooh, wait a minute, look at this proxy pylon. But at this level, I think it's good to be defensive first, right? You don't know if you don't scout that well, you're kind of new to the game. You might as well be safe, and then you have a backup plan which you can expand. It's not like you can't cancel that. So, okay, Mordred's gonna see everything.
Yep, he's definitely seen everything. Now, what I will say is, I don't know if this will come into play, but Mordred does have a Robo. The way the TyphoonFusion's base is, if you were to put a War Prism in the back, it'd be really hard for him to like maneuver his army towards the back of the base. Like, you have to weed through all the buildings.
Yeah, and look, Mordred's not even bothering to expand. He's looking to go attack. I'd like to see a shield battery. Preferably up front here, but no pylon, so probably maybe here.
He's also slow warping in from that proxy pylon.
Yeah.
You can tell he just came back from the game and he doesn't know that he probably should put a gateway there.
Yeah, if he's going all in. I think this is okay if it's just a pressure, because he is expanding, if you notice. He does have the Immortal, so he has the advantage. Oh no. TyphoonFusion is in a bad spot here. He's late to move back, so he lost quite a few units here. Late reaction. This Immortal packs a punch.
He's warping in Stalkers here. I would like to see some more Zealots against an army like this.
Yeah. But he doesn't have charge, so he's going for Blink.
Yeah, but that Mortal is going to rip those Stalkers apart.
Yeah.
And the Zealots will force the Stalkers and the Mortal to run backwards. But Mordred has now the
Finally
defending
gets one.
Zealot. Yeah, this is not looking good.
Not looking good, that's for sure. Just because of that Immortal. It's amazing how the Immortal is so strong, you don't realize how strong it is if you're new to the game, right? And it's killing this base. Mordred's gonna take a lead. Quite a big lead. His base is already mining. And
Yep.
more Stalkers.
But it looks like we're going for Blink Warp Prism play here from
Yeah.
TyphoonFusion. So maybe if he lives, he can get something done.
Yeah, I don't think... Yeah, I think he's kind of screwed here in terms of going down this ramp, doing any pressure. He does have Blink. It's done.
I like this on Mordred. He's going charge before Blink.
Yeah, if he even gets Blink, right? I'd like this Prism to go and harass instead of staying here at home. It's not like he... But he might die right here, dude.
Yeah, I think he might just be dead.
Yeah, I don't think he...
Yeah.
I don't think he, you know, appreciated how strong this Immortal push is. That's gonna be it. I mean, even a DT Shrine's coming for
More like
TyphoonFusion
an
here.
Archon Shrine, but yeah.
There you go. That's gonna do it for game one. This is an elimination match, guys. So let me show you guys the bracket while we're here. So you can see what's been happening with this tournament. So we're on day 4. We're almost there, right? Eliminating most of the players. We only have 5 left, and we'll have 4 after this. But basically, TyphoonFusion, he couldn't fit it. And Mordred are in the losers bracket. So losers out. We're probably going to open up this FSL to friends and family, depending on how things go. But right now, it's just strictly people within the family, right? So the prize pool and all that is gift cards, even Blizzard gift cards, right? So what do you think for new guys, right? One of them is really new, a few months old new. The other one has been playing, but is returning to finally play again.
I think that Mordred, I would have liked to see a second gateway earlier from Mordred, but besides that, his build seems solid.
Yeah.
And I would have probably liked to, well, I understand chrono boosting probes. In PvP, I'm typically one who likes to chrono boost out some early units just for defense.
Yeah. I started playing Protoss maybe about a year ago, and I really have fun playing it. Is that your main race, by the way? What do you play?
These days I mostly play random team games if I play StarCraft at all. But in 1v1, I play Protoss.
All right,
but
well,
not often I play 1v1.
All right, well, here goes. Game 2, top right. He won the last game. Mordred.
And then in the bottom left, we have TyphoonFusion.
So PvP can be really fast, as you can see, right? Especially if they're like 4-gating, kind of, and just attacking. You can just die.
It's a very volatile matchup. A couple units one way or the other can completely change the course of the game.
So it's best of 3. So if Mordred wins here, it's done. We'll move on to the next. There's a very interesting matchup later. We have a 6-year-old playing against one of the adults, and this 6-year-old is 6-0. so
Wow.
far. So far, he's been beating a lot of older kids and the aunts and uncles. And he plays weird. So I think, well, he has different styles each time. So I think you guys will enjoy that. But that's later
What
on.
race does he play?
He's Protoss, and he's played a Zerg, a Protoss, and a Terran so far.
Wow.
Against I think he played he played a Zerg. He beat a Terran, and he beat. Oh yeah, he played 2 Zergs, so not a Terran yet. This next matchup will be a Terran for him. But anyway, back to this game. Anything interesting here?
TyphoonFusion put a proxy pylon in Mordred's base right up the front.
So it's making it.
He's making it like impossible to wall for adepts, and Mordred I don't think has seen it yet.
Yeah, he doesn't care about like walling anyway. Yeah, Mordred hasn't seen it. He doesn't care about walling off. So I don't know if this was a mind game. It's not gonna work because he does see Mordred's here at his base. He sees what's going on. And TyphoonFusion, I think he messed himself up more than he's messing up Mordred because he hasn't even gotten gas. Right, it's very late gas.
Yep, no gas yet. He's throwing down 2 more gateways before he even starts his warp gate.
Yeah. So he sees the pylon. He's wondering, why is that doing there? That's just a freebie at this point.
Yeah. Also, I think he has more than one probe chasing this other probe.
Yeah, that's a big mistake. You only
Yeah.
need one. So you can tell TyphoonFusion is a few months into the game. While he does have decent builds for being a few months into the game, you know, there are some basics here that he's lacking right now. His build is.
If you're watching this, normally if you're gonna go for this kind of build as Protoss, you typically want to build your second gateway as you build, like right before you build your cyber core.
Yep.
And then you want to build your other gateways as Warp Gate is researching.
Yeah, look at this. He just forgot his 2 probes there still. It's totally behind. Like, you know, you have less guys mining, so you're automatically behind. Mordred has
and they're
already...
gonna get caught by the Stalker. This is just 2 free probes.
Yeah, Mordred already has a 3 probe lead, and then 2 of them not mining, so he's essentially got a 4 probe lead, and then he killed 1, so... And he's expanding. So, the TyphoonFusion...
Double robo.
Yes.
This guy is just planning to pump out Immortals.
Yeah, Immortals wrecked... 1 Immortal wrecked TyphoonFusion, so... He's pretty much gonna be done with 1 or 2 at this point if he doesn't get charged or something. Right? I think something like Immortals, man, you gotta have overwhelming force to beat it with Stalkers, right?
Yeah, I would say if you go against Immortals, you just want Charge Lots, Archons, and then some Stalker support. But Charge Lots are really, like, Charge Lots and playing out in the open.
He's getting charged now, but TyphoonFusion does not know there's an expansion. Right? He does not know how far behind he is. He's so far behind. 7 probe lead. Extra base.
It looks like he's just going for a 1 base push, basically.
1 base charge lot, which actually could wreck you. If you're not paying attention, like I've played games where you don't realize how strong charge lots are. If you have enough of them.
I would like to see if... Oh, there we go. There is a DT Shrine. Now, personally, when I actually do this stuff, these kind of builds, I go for Templar Archives because it's more gas heavy.
Yep.
Less than mineral heavy. And if you're just going to convert them to Archons, you don't care what the unit is that you're converting.
Thanks for the donation, ADM. We'll check it out. I think my Twitch alert should be notifying me, but it didn't. But I appreciate that. It should pop up. Anyway, there's this 2 Immortal Prism drop, which is the strongest thing in the game, right? That's what Artosis said.
Yeah.
That thing is ridiculous.
It's really strong.
And it's not just about... Yeah, it's not just about the Immortals. The fact that it's a prism and you can warp in a ton of stuff. With that.
Oh my god, there's nothing back here.
This line
dead.
Is
done. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. He's lucky there's only one gateway to warp in.
And his expansion doesn't even have finished yet, so
I think
the
he's gonna push
probes
him
are
back.
just gonna long distance.
Yeah, he's gonna
Oh
push
yeah,
him back. But he sees the DT. That's a big deal. Look at TyphoonFusion saying, "Hey, I'm gonna attack you with my one probe." Late reaction here. He really needs some stalkers to. Oh, he's gonna lose the DT
oh,
or not. He's just gonna go back and kill it. Yeah, this is just a reaction positioning thing that TyphoonFusion does not know. He knows some parts of the game. He did get out one DT. But look, he forgot to go back in mining. He's very flustered right now, right? I mean, let's look at his point of view. Let's look at his point of view. He's microing this DT. At home, he's like, oh, crap. I need to mine. These guys need to mine. How do I grab them? I need to grab them. There you go. Right, this is what goes on in the new player's mind, right? We're used to watching GSL and all these top pros play, but we forget that they make it look so easy. StarCraft is a hard game.
oh my God! There's a cannon here for the DT too.
And
he's just absolutely ready.
yeah, and he even has an observer, so that's it. So he's gonna do one final push here.
Yeah,
which actually could
gateway
win.
explosion here.
Yeah, he could wreck this cannon and probably these stalkers, but he needs to keep sending stuff. If he keeps sending stuff, it's doable. You ran back. Oh, why'd you run back?
He's waiting for the immortal.
Yeah, he's waiting for the immortal. Okay, let's see. Here he goes.
I think if Mordred just warps in a bunch of zealots here, the game's over. But it looks like he's not doing that.
Is he focus firing on one of them? Yeah, he is. Yeah. So he kills one. But Mordred has his own zealots now. They don't have charge. But look how much charge lots do.
Yeah, charge lots are like ridiculous.
So he didn't reinforce. Double worker count. I mean, you know, clock's running. TyphoonFusion, I think the clock is expired for him to win, right? I really don't think he can win now if Mordred plays it right. He did warp in another Dark Shrine. So Mordred thinks maybe that one DT is done. Oh, he's sending his observer. Never mind. I was gonna say.
Yeah, he's bringing it with him. Sometimes you just you forget to control group it to your army.
And you leave it at home.
Yeah.
There you go. Mordred's looking to finish this game, and we can move on to the next matchup. So we'll see how this goes. And he'll probably GG out of this. Sometimes at the lower level, man, they don't GG out right away because they don't understand how dead they are.
Yeah.
Right? So winner here is going to face Isaac, and it's looking like it's Mordred. Isaac's a Zerg player. So we'll get a PVZ here, guys. Right after this game. Overwhelming force, 1 DT, not going to do anything. There's an observer. And that's it.
GG's.
GG. Alright. Let's update the bracket, and you can see what I'm talking about here. 2-0 for Mordred. He beats up his son. And here goes the matchup. The losers semifinals. Protoss versus Zerg. So let's get that going. Let's wait for our admin. What do you think, man? Watching that, you know, it wasn't a close game per se, but skill-wise.
It wasn't close, but to be honest, I wish I was that good at StarCraft at 11 years old. Yeah. I wonder how good I'd be today if I was that good at 11.
Yeah. Now, here's the thing, right? Mordred beat up on the 11-year-old, but there's another one waiting for him, Isaac, who beat him the last time they faced. And I think Isaac's 12. Or, I think he's 12. Let's go see. So Isaac beat him and knocked him down to the loser's bracket. So it's revenge time for Mordred. Yeah, Isaac's 12. Awesome. So there you go. You beat up on the 11, but the 12-year-old.
Do you remember what the games went like when they faced each other?
Yeah, so Mordred died the first time to some lings that he underestimated how many lings were coming. And you know how that is as Protoss, right?
Yes, it's you can lose like that to lings if you just didn't plug up your wall properly.
Exactly.
It just you're done.
It was a ling rush. He didn't handle it well. And then in game 2, he was ready, but then he Ravager rushed him. so so Mordred couldn't handle the 2 pressures. I expect the same thing here.
Gotcha. Was it just one base Ravager? Was it proxy?
It was 2 base.
Hatchery?
It's definitely
Okay.
2 base. So it's kind of, it looked normal. So Mordred thought it was like, okay, it's kind of normal. But then boom.
And
Right?
one of my most recent 1v1 games I did play, I did have a Zerg do that to me. I pylon blocked their first expansion,
And
and
they
he was just like, okay, I'm gonna one base Ravager
yeah,
this
he
guy.
made you pay. He was like,
Yeah.
dude. And I play Protoss now too. I'm a Zerg main, right? I've been playing Zerg for a long time. I never got Grandmaster, but I reached Masters 1 a couple times. Um, but you know, I never really improved. So I was like, you know what? Let me play some Protoss, and I started playing Protoss about a year ago or so. I really enjoy being the bully, because you know Protoss kind of bully Zerg at some points, unless the Zerg is cheesy, right?
Yeah.
And so right now I'm at Masters there, but I still get caught by some diamonds cheesing me like that you're talking about, and that's my point, right? You don't really.
PVZ, Protoss and Zerg matchups tend to be a bit more volatile. Like, at least in my experience, like Terran, yeah, I feel is like its units are just so cost effective that like it can lose an army and then just keep on sending more Marines and keep dropping.
Mm-hmm.
But Protoss in particular, if you lose key units, it just like you feel like your entire strategy fell apart.
Yeah. So the other thing too to improve, at least from my Protoss journey against Zerg, is you got to be able to handle that prism, harass with that, either DT or Archons. Just keep harassing, keep that threat alive for Zerg. And at home, you need to be able to macro while you're doing that. Otherwise, you're the one slowing yourself down. So that's one thing I noticed that I need to improve with my Zerg PVZ play.
Mm-hmm. Also, I'm in the player slot right now.
Yeah, he's fixing it.
Okay.
So this is best of 3, guys. And the losers bracket, this is just a best of 3. So predictions on the chat. I think someone said 2-1 Isaac. So we'll find out who's right. I'm gonna guess. I'd hate to say 2-0. I'd really love a 2-1. Right? Really love a 2-1, but
Just waiting for Isaac to defend himself.
okay. He's
Okay.
I will. We'll put a poll on the chat and see. Let us put a poll and see who you guys think will win. Right? So we have Isaac the Zerg, and we have Mordred, who you guys just saw play. He's very aggressive, and he's the Protoss.
Okay, we're ready.
So there's a poll right now on the chat. See what you guys think. We're ready too. Let's go.
The main theme in general for Protoss vs Zerg is that Protoss usually has to do some sort of early damage to Zerg to their drone count.
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise, the Zerg's macro just gets so out of control. So I'm very interested to see what kind of openings Mordred goes for.
All right, we'll find out now. Okay, so it's uncle versus nephew matchup here. And on the camera, you can see on the left, that's Isaac, and Mordred is the one we saw. So here it goes. Top left, he won 2-0 against TyphoonFusion, and now facing his challenger. It's Mordred. The challenger is actually the one who knocked him out. the last time. Knocked him down to the loser's bracket.
And then in the bottom right, we have Isaac, the person who knocked him down. And apparently he did it in a very cheesy way. So I think Mordred really wants some payback here.
Yeah,
'Cause
payback.
If I lost that way, I'd be really mad.
Yep. Now, I don't know why the poll is not showing up, guys. So I apologize for that. I mean, it's there. I ran it. I keep stopping and starting it. It's a Streamlabs chatbot problem. So we'll just take your normal poll.
So we got a pro block on the first expansion at the natural. So it looks like Isaac is just going to take his third early.
Yep.
That means we're probably not seeing much aggression out of Isaac. It doesn't take it out completely, but it's just not often. Now we see a forge here, so
Yeah, look at
Mordred
this,
might be
dude.
looking to can rush.
Yeah, look at my view. Follow my view, because that's what I'm showing to the people.
Mhm.
Yeah, Lapierus, we'll figure that out on the next matchup, because the Streamlabs chatbot did work at one point.
But Mordred is he's also only walling. He's walling his top ramp rather than trying to wall off his natural. So later on, it's gonna be way harder from the expand because he's gonna force out a bunch of lings.
Here you go,
via
Isaac's gonna see it
standard rush.
with his Overlord right here.
Yeah.
And look at his reaction. He's like, oh, these damn
He's just gonna
processes.
cancel. He's just gonna cancel.
No, he's not. He's gonna keep it. I think he was very. Look, there he is. You see him, that sigh. I'm like, oh, are you kidding me? These Protosses, right? His Overlord doesn't see an expansion, or yeah, he's moving to check to see if there's an expansion.
Yep. And now he's just. Oh, okay. He's going in Roachhorn.
Yeah, he's gonna all in. It looks like.
Yep.
The probe escaped. He's gonna let this guy die, but he's gonna go attack. Already 2 cannons though.
Well, yep. But the thing is that Mordred is walled in at one base. Now, one base Zerg versus one base Protoss, you always take the Protoss. But it might be harder for him to expand later because Zerg tends to get map control really easily with their units versus Protoss.
Yeah. So okay, he's gonna take an expansion. Watch out for this one probe. It's all about this one probe from Mordred. He can't get out until he gets that one probe out. Unless he does this weird squeezing thing where you squeeze out the probe out by building something, you trap it. Parting does that. Anyway, a Stargate here.
I don't know about that. For Mordred?
Yeah,
To go
Stargate.
Stargate when he's on one base.
Well, he's expanding. Secret expansion. Top right.
Yeah,
There you go.
Okay, there we go. I guess that makes sense. He feels safe within this one base. But personally, I would go for more ground presence, try to expand.
One base in general is just way too all in for my taste. 2 Stargates.
Yeah.
What's he gonna make? I don't think he's a
Well,
Phoenix player.
Yeah.
Probably Void Ray. This is like the choice of newer people. The newer players love Void Rays.
Yeah. Well, he's making a Phoenix.
Whoa. Okay, so maybe to drive out the Overlords first.
You can make one Phoenix to scout around the map, take out Overlords, and then start building Void Rays, but he can't sustain 2 Void Ray production off 2 gases. And it's going to be a while before he can saturate the gases off the natural.
Yeah, if you notice, he's not even getting Warp Gate.
Oh, Isaac is looking, and he's going to find it.
He found it. Okay, Isaac is going to wreck. He's like, nice try. He doesn't even attack it, so smart. And then he's going to attack, watch. Or
No.
did he actually?
He's on move command, not.
He didn't pay attention. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Now he sees it. Okay, there it is. He'll finish that off. No Warp Gate, no hope for saving this base. And these Phoenixes ain't gonna do jack against all those Lings, right? Like, I don't think you'll have enough lifts. Well, maybe you do. There's only 6, but it's not worth it. Okay, he does have the roaches. No anti-air except for 1 queen. Or 2 queens, so he can kill a lot of Overlords. That's the good. Oh, he F2'd. I think he F2'd.
Oh my god, that's so many roaches though. If he builds a couple of those and the Ravagers, okay,
Yeah.
they're the Void Rays.
Yeah, you need a Void Ray at the very least.
But
Okay,
it'll all be
Isaac's gonna
based
go.
on the micro at that point.
You know what? Mordred could expand here, somewhat protected. He's not even bothering with his base at this point.
This looks like an
Nidus!
all-in from
Dude,
Isaac.
it's a Nidus for Isaac. Look. Where's he gonna put it? There's a good spot right here.
Oh, it's right south of his base. South
Yeah.
of
Yeah.
Mordred's base.
Follow my cam. I can show you know, this is what I'm showing the viewers. Now, it's not gonna work if he has a couple of Void Rays there unless he loads it up with more queens. And he has no queens right now. Oh, he has one. That's it. Oh, actually, he can. He's just gonna try to go up front with one Void Ray, 2 cannons, now 1 cannon.
Did he
might
forget
be
he
able.
built the Nidus?
Yeah, he might be able to go in, do enough damage. The Void Ray is probably.
The Void Rays are getting so much value here.
Yeah, they are. He's trying to get in.
All he's really killed are 2 cannons and a pylon.
Yeah,
Yes,
this
I
is
would-
not
that-
cost effective whatsoever. Look at Mordred expanding on the bottom left.
Also, Mordred has his original second expansion still. That's still alive.
Yeah, you
Isaac
can probably
can
use that
try to
for
kill it.
chronoing. Oh, there you go. There's the Nidus. All right. In the Nidus, what does he have? He has no queens though. Just Roach and Ling. I think that's fine because there's no cannons. He's gonna wreck the econ.
Yeah.
And you know, it doesn't matter if you kill all the units. You won't have any probes. He needs to.
And very slow reaction here from Mordred.
Oh, he can get out. Okay. So he's gonna go to the new
I would
base.
send the Lings off after the probes and then put the roaches back in the Nidus at this point. Okay, he's just gonna full retreat.
It's funny, Isaac has attacked 2 spots, but he never finished the job. Right? He could have the top right. He could have finished it. He took off the guys. He Nidus'd here. I think he has enough to at least kill this Nexus, but he didn't finish the job.
And those cannons are not gonna finish in time for that Nidus.
You don't think so?
No. And also, it's just 1 pylon.
Yeah, he should attack probably the forge earlier.
Yeah,
but
just kill the pylon here and.
yeah, I think he knows that. Look at him. He's focusing on it. There you go. Nice job. So that base is finally done. Even though Mordred will probably clean up these units. But look, Mordred's mining, man. On the other thing. He's effectively.
He's effectively mining, but his main is not saturated. But he's gonna fully defend actually this other base.
Dude, it's fine. Look at the Zerg. The Zerg is on 1 base mining. The Zerg is getting really... Look, and he doesn't finish the job yet again.
Isaac should probably transfer his probes to his natural at least. His drones. Like some of them.
Yeah,
but
Isaac's
there's only
not...
10 there.
Oh, this is... He has no idea that this base is right next to him. And he won't for a while because he just killed the Overlord that was headed there. He might die, dude. This is insane. He actually had a huge lead. Yeah, he definitely needs more queens. Because these Void Rays are causing problems.
Yep.
If he focuses...
I think that's for a new player a very unintuitive thing. This spellcaster unit that you use to inject larva is actually your best counter against Void Rays.
He has Spire coming. So, does he have money?
He doesn't have the money to...
He has. He can make 8 Corruptors or 8 Mutalisks. Mordred smartly puts cannons here. Mordred is in good shape. Look, he recovered there. He's mining on 3 bases effectively. Isaac's down to 1. This is just one of those things where you get bullied by Protoss and you just like don't realize how good of a spot you are. So stressful. That's, you know, you're playing at this, you know, StarCraft is stressful as it is, right? And if you're not,
he's making a bunch of mutas, and
that's not gonna
let's
work.
see how they do.
Not with these.
They're not,
Oh, look,
not against
he
these
sees it now.
cannons.
He sees
Yeah.
it, but he's gonna kill one of those. Oh, he doesn't. He pulls back. He's like, "Are you kidding me?" He expanded right next to me. But he's gonna try to finish off this base, which Mordred didn't power up with the pylon, right? If he had put a pylon in there, he might survive that.
Now, what Mordred did put a bunch of cannons at his main base. If you look.
Yeah, he's putting a lot of cannons
No,
to be safe.
his original main.
Yeah, I know, I see it.
Yeah.
Oh, these mutas. Oh, man. It's funny how this one very weak spore is scaring him. And it's gonna kill one. Isaac finally finishes off that base. But Isaac is on one base econ, man. In fact, he only has 5 effective workers on minerals.
Yeah, and he's just making more mutas. He's just hoping these mutas can finish off the game here.
He's nidusing somewhere. Where was that? Oh, right here. Okay, so he could expand there. He has a drone in there, so he is gonna expand. Mordred. I think Mordred's gonna take this game, man. He's way ahead. Isaac had a huge lead, but he kind of bungled it. Number 1 by not killing this base on the top right? F2ing out.
Yep.
And number 2, not killing this base when he nidus there. I think he could have killed the Nexus.
Also, he barely made any drones the entire game.
Yeah, he's playing. You can't win without drones as Zerg, pretty much. I mean, it's so impactful. You don't have mules, right? I mean, it's hard though. As Zerg, the hard thing about Zerg is realizing your larva is also, you know, is for attacking units and your workers. So that's the problem. Look, Mordred's just kind of...
It's that delicate balancing act.
Yeah, Mordred doesn't know how far ahead he is, maybe? Oh, he knows. He's being aggressive. He knows.
I mean, yeah.
And he's just slowly choking him out.
He's just playing super safe. I mean, if I were Mordred and my opponent was still in the game at this point, I'd be like paranoid that there is some base I do not know about.
Yeah, and at this level, people don't stay in games all the time just because they want to be jerks. It's just they don't know how dead they are. They just don't know how dead they are. So he did get a base out, so that's the good news. So there's a chance if Mordred somehow bungles it also and does not look for this base whatsoever.
I mean, honestly, I think Mordred can probably just A-move at this point, and when these phoenixes can just dive on these mutas, even over the spores, so kill them all, run out.
Yeah. Well, there's no more overlords there, so...
Yeah, but that's going to be a huge hit, because now Isaac has to spend a ton of resources remaking those. Yep, 300, and just low econ.
Yeah, look where he's headed. He's looking for it. And he finds it, and that ends the chance. That'll end the chance of a comeback. He sees, oh, only 2 queens, no problem. The mutas are gonna try to help, but mutas against 5 mutas against 7 phoenixes.
And the 3 overlords you just made are gone too.
This is definitely GG. For Mordred, he expands again.
Spores will probably scare him off.
They'll scare him off.
Yeah.
I think Mordred just needs to make so many gateways and just run him over.
I think he just needs to bring over the Void Race, and the game's over. And just...
He is bringing the Void Race. Let's see if he's gonna do it. I don't know, man. I hate Void Rays in terms of how brittle they are. Going into 3-4 spores with two mutas.
I mean, you just power them up, and they will absolutely melt those spores.
He's like, maybe I should just kill the main. Look, he's going back and forth.
He's he's expanding again. He's taking his third, which would have been Isaac's natural fourth.
There, he's doing what you said.
Well, he's not powering them up, but yeah.
Isaac doesn't have any money to make anything of consequence, so this base is definitely gone. No saving it. At this point, Isaac is 35 minerals. Can't. So I don't know. I think Isaac doesn't know that he's dead.
Yeah, I don't think he knows how dead he is.
His point of view is this: what he sees, he knows.
Under attack. Your forces have encountered the enemy.
Okay, you know what? He doesn't see that there's an expansion here for Mordred, so he's like, okay, well, it's only one expansion. Oh, he's gonna lose his mutas by not controlling it, and then he's gonna run right here to see the other base.
Our base is under attack.
And then he's like, okay. See, he left as soon as he saw the other base. He thought it's like a 1-to-1 base type of thing, right? But as soon as he saw the other base, he realized, forget it. Not possible, right? It took him a little while to figure that out, but... Alright, so it's not going to be a 2-0. I did expect Isaac to win, but now it's revenge, 1-0, so...
Just a second. Isaac has to restart. He has no sound.
So Isaac has no sound. Okay, so that helps. Sound helps, right?
Yeah, it does. All the different notifications.
He had that for sure, but the
He
biggest
was
mistake.
ahead at certain points.
Well, the biggest mistake was leaving that top right base alone.
Yeah, because he had to invest a ton of resources later to kill it, to actually kill it.
Yeah, and it gave Mordred a ton of money later too.
Yeah.
And then the other mistake was not finishing off the Nidus, something from the Nidus, right? Maybe chasing, as you said, chasing the fleeing probes. So just those two mistakes kind of messed him up.
Yeah, I can't invite you to the game.
Okay. Go ahead. Try again. I'm hoping Isaac here recovers and plays and finishes him with his lead, right?
I think Isaac got thrown off by the can rush. It disrupted his flow.
Yeah, he really needs to open with a pool first, maybe, and just not deal with those shenanigans and get back to what he wants to do. And he really needs to drone up. It's like you have holes in your game like that. You plug that in so you can shine in the other parts where you're good at, right? Meanwhile, Mordred, he figured something out. The last time they faced, he tried to play a normal game. He's the one that got cheesed out, right?
Mm-hmm. At these lower levels, cheese does work very well because you're the one always asking the question, and then your opponent needs to know the answer to that question.
It's like tennis, right? In
Yeah.
tennis, they have something called unforced errors and forced errors, right? So typically, really good players don't have a lot of unforced errors, so they track them, right? So you kind of want to force errors on your opponent by being aggressive. So yeah, definitely cheese, and that's where you level up. As soon as you know how to handle all these cheeses, right? If you're a Zerg, you better know how to deal ZVZ, a 12 pool, or a 13-12 Ling Bane all in or something, right? As a Zerg, you need to know how to handle cannon rushes. Hell, even Protoss and Terran have to deal with cannon rushes. And as a Protoss against Zerg, you need to handle closing your wall. And then the DTs. That's the other thing. The DTs is the pain in the butt. Yeah, you're right. Zos 42 mutas aren't that good when you have cannons, and then he already has phoenixes, so you might as well make corruptors.
In
Or
my experience these days, mutas are really like they're you typically want to really surprise your opponent with them, and you want to surprise your opponent by having a lot of them at once, and having those bounce attacks, just like that. The bounce attacks alone can kill units. Like that's how many mutas you have. That's when they scale like really highly. And if
yeah,
your opponent doesn't have a response to that many mutas, they usually just fall over.
yeah, I play Protoss, right? So when mutas show up and I didn't know about it, and it starts killing my workers, and it just throws everything off. Now I gotta make a cannon. Now I gotta make stalkers that I don't want to make.
And
That's
you're
when it
in
does
your
problem.
base.
In
You're
my
not
base,
out on the map.
I'm chasing
For,
him
yeah,
around. They're a pain in the butt, right? We're not talking in the pro level, they do a lot other things with the mutas, right? But at the lower leagues, especially in the lower leagues, they're a big problem.
yeah,
But the fundamental big problem that I'm seeing on Isaac's game right now is not enough drones. Too all inny.
absolutely.
Just
Yeah,
drone up, make units. If you die droning up, fine, but get used to making drones because it's really hard to be effective as Zerg if you don't have the drones. You're so all in.
yep. Unless you have a very calculated all-in strategy, usually
Yeah, like a perfect timing. You know
yeah,
exactly what it is, and you only need
it
this much.
you usually want to try to be as greedy as possible with the
Mm-hmm.
amount of drones you're making.
Yep. So I'll show you guys a picture of the matchup that we're all excited to see. The winner of this match faces these two guys. The loser of this match, right? So this is in the upper bracket. This AXD versus LittleReaper. So the loser here drops down and faces the winner of Isaac versus Mordred. So that'll be interesting when that shows up. Alright, we have a little bit of a delay here. Let's see what's going on. I think technical problem on the other side.
Yeah, it's almost up.
Okay. So in this league, you're allowed to coach the players, but not during the game, right? Obviously.
Okay.
So you might have gotten some instruction, and that's what happens, right? In the
Hmm.
pro leagues, the pro tournaments, anyway. You can get your coach showing up and say, "Hey, do this, do that," right?
Absolutely.
So that's kind of normal. So if I was one of the coaches, I would say, "Hey, Isaac, make some drones, pool first, get some lings out there, make sure you don't get cannon rushed, right? And then get to your plan." Because when you get flustered like
Hmm.
that, that's when you get really screwed, especially as Zerg. You don't have the base economy to do what you want to do. Those things are expensive. Niduses, all those roaches, all those mutas, really expensive. Eats up all your gas.
And it eats up all your larvae.
That's the
And,
biggest thing. Yeah, yeah,
yep.
exactly.
And not many roaches actually like roaches. While they're really strong early game, they're one of the least supply efficient units in the game. So that means you're building a lot of overlords.
They
Which
bloated the supply.
yeah,
I remember back in the
yeah.
day, they weren't that high of a supply, but
And
everyone
they were
was just making.
absolutely broken.
Yeah, yeah. They were all they made was roaches back in the day. It was nuts. And so
Like
they doubled the supply or something, or they make it. What's the supply right now for roaches? I don't know.
I think it's 4.
Yeah, so it
I'm
might have
not
been just
completely
2 or
sure.
3. So then,
It yeah. It's either 3. I know it's 3 or 4.
yeah. I'm gonna tweet about this. There you go. Oh, I should have tagged you that you were casting with me. Oh well. Well, you should probably cast some of the games for fun with me if you're free. Appreciate you showing up and casting this.
Absolutely, no problem.
Okay, looks like the sound issue is fixed.
Okay.
It
We're ready
doesn't
when
get-
you are. Just
Um,
Yep, those alerts can be huge. So Isaac playing without sound would not be
yeah,
entirely
it's
fair
like
if he relies upon it. Some players don't play with sound, but a lot do.
yeah, with the drone disadvantage and then the sound disadvantage, I can see that happening. Have you ever played without sound just for fun, just to see? I've done it just to make me focus on
Um,
looking at the minimap and just scanning around. I've done it.
I've done it, but it was more that I was listening to something like a podcast in the background,
Hmm.
and I just didn't want the sounds interrupting that. It was probably like the Pylon show or something that I was
Got it.
listening to.
Got it. All right. Well, game 2, do or die for Isaac. He has to play better. The pressure got to him. All right, top left, Mordred takes a win. His first win against Isaac, the Protoss player.
And then in the bottom right, we have Isaac. Can he make a comeback?
Yeah, he needs to win 2 in a row to advance. Loser is out, guys. Until season 2 anyway. This is season 1 of FSL. I think
What are the prizes for FSL?
so.
Bragging rights?
There's gift cards, Blizzard gift cards, so they can buy stuff from Blizzard stuff,
Gotcha.
basically. Oh, he got it down
Oh,
just
he
in time.
got it.
All right,
That was a 14
look,
hatch.
Isaac's gonna see this. All right, Isaac, you know what to do. Look at that. He pulls, and he's like, "All right, dude, I'm tired of these Protosses. You need to make that pool though. Once you have the money."
Yeah.
Yeah, he finishes it. Is there an actual forge? There's no forge. It's a fake.
Yep, this is a total. This is so good for Mordred. Now, I really
Hey,
wish
he should have
would-
canceled it though. This first one's okay. The second one, you better cancel it. There you go.
I would have
Alright.
liked Mordred to see him wall off the bottom.
Look,
especially-
Isaac's like, this is fake. I'm out of here.
Yeah.
He's mining. No, you're right. Mordred should bring it down here so he can expand. But since he didn't, it's going to be hard for him to expand. Or at least he's really vulnerable, right? So this is good for Isaac. He's like, okay, I got a good start. I'm not getting cannon rushed. Protoss expands right away. So he's like, I don't know. I don't think you can punish me. And he can't right now. The pool just finished, so you can't punish him right away. He hasn't even cleared out this pylon down here. So he is making a forge now with a cyber, and he's going. Where's this guy going? He's going here. He thinks he can cannon again or something. Look.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I think he might be building a proxy pylon.
No, he had
Or-
it rallied right here to this pylon, and then as soon as the
Okay.
link showed up, he's going back home. So no,
Okay.
I think that was his plan. He's like, maybe I can still cannon, but with the creep spreading, I really don't think you could have cannoned anyway, even if he let you there. So instead, he's gonna try to defend his new expansion and put some cannons there. He's making a zealot. He needs to fix his saturation at his home base.
Well, luckily for him, Isaac hasn't made very many links, so he's probably going to get away with this
Yes.
basically unwalled off expansion right now.
Yeah, and that's okay. He had a very small window to punish anyway. I prefer the heat drones anyway, and he had been. So because of that, he's slightly ahead in workers. And he's looking around with his links for any shenanigans here.
Now, Mordred hasn't actually saturated his second gas.
Yeah, he hasn't fixed it. He's kind of just there. He's fixing it now. I mean, for you guys that want to improve your StarCraft game, these are the kind of things that put you behind, right? Make sure your saturation's correct. Make sure you're droning properly. He's making some roaches now, though. So 7. That's quite a bit. So I think he's gonna pressure. There's 2 cannons and a shield battery. I don't think
The
it's gonna
robo
work.
isn't done yet. Actually, no. I think this push could just kill Mordred here.
If
For sure.
if he keeps making links behind this, I think too. So we'll see. Does Mordred
There's-
know about this overcharge also? That's a big deal, right? There's only
Mhm.
one pylon here. There's a lot of roaches. He's looking to kill him. Alright, so he's waiting. If he makes it Ravagers, yeah. He has no answer for that. He's gonna go attack? Is he gonna attack?
I mean, once all
Here he
these
goes.
roaches rally over.
Yeah,
oh
he's
my
gonna
god,
focus.
he's just gonna go for the pylon.
Yep, he knows. He's focusing on that. This base
I think
is
Mordred's
gone.
dead.
Mordred's dead. Immortal's coming out. He may not be dead right now, but he's gonna take a lot. Oh, this is smart. Oh no, he backs off. If he had gone up to, well,
I don't
actually,
think he knows there's an Artosis pylon up there, but if he did, he 100%.
I'm not even
would go
sure
for
it's
it.
enough. This is pylon, the top cover it. Okay, here you go. Watch this. Hero Immortal, can you do it?
Nah, there's no shield battery.
He's
This
not
is
warping
still
in.
50 roaches.
Yeah, too many. There's the warp in. No shield battery in your back base either. You have to pull the workers if he wants any hope. He's got
Nah,
3 gateways.
Warping is out there. He
Oh,
probably should
bad
warp
move.
in. Probably should warp in, yeah, stalkers here against roaches.
He's trying to go back away from the fire. There you go, shooting fire. So
I'm
Mordred
looking at
kind of
the rally.
knows, but oh my gosh, look at that rally. He's like, I'm done with you. There it is. Alright, so we're gonna go to game 3, guys. Very nice. Alright, that's good to see. So Isaac, just doesn't crumble there, right? And after that game 1 fiasco. Is that a fiasco? It's just a breakdown. Yeah, Zos. Sentry would have been nice. Even one more pylon so that those cannons don't die right away, and a shield, an overcharge of the shield battery, right? He probably could have held that. Oh, we're going right here to game 3. This is it. Last game for them. Isaac back with a vengeance on that one. That was a convincing can of whoop ass, right?
Yep.
He's like, okay, buddy. I'm gonna make lots of roaches, lots of lings. If you don't know how to defend properly, you're gonna die.
So that's the problem, not walling off. Also, Mordred has been very greedy with like the amount of gateway units he's making
Yep.
in general. Like Mordred seems to just be going straight for that tech, whatever's after the gateway,
Mm-hmm.
and that gateway is your backbone, and then those other units are like.
Yeah. Let's look at the players real quick. Look, Isaac's like, all right, good. I made him pay. Mordred's like, I lost. I gotta think of a way to deal with this.
That's an interesting headset where the mic is lit up.
Yep. Alright, here goes. Let's see. We will see who will prevail in game 3. Do or die. Who do you think? Who do you think? I think Isaac's gonna beat him.
I think if Mordred plays that greedy again, then he's absolutely gonna get slaughtered. But let's do the intros.
Bottom left. You tied it up. The Zerg player, Isaac.
And then on the top right, we have Mordred, who just got absolutely stomped.
Yeah. Alright.
He's rolling off the top again. I really do not like this for Zerg.
I don't either. Unless you're really planning on cheesing, right? Then it's easier to defend, and you don't plan on expanding anytime soon. So typically you do this when you're putting a forge, and then you're gonna do some sort of cannon into immortal, right? Push. Because you don't plan on expanding anyway. You might as well be safe by a wall here and one cannon. But if you're doing it that, well, look, he's blocking him. All right, so he's gonna make him uncomfortable. He's making Isaac uncomfortable. Isaac already has a pool though, so he's gonna wreck that pylon pretty fast.
Yeah. You went full first, just like you've been saying.
Yep, he made the adjustment. Now he needs to make some links to clear out this pylon, and he's gonna see that it's still there. It was not canceled, so definitely should make the Zerglings now. It's taking a while to make it. I don't know why. He's not supply blocked. Okay, he makes 2 links. He's only making 2 links. 4. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. He goes home. He was trying to expand, but this probe was harassing him, so he couldn't expand. Now Mordred's it's getting gas way too fast too. I think earlier wasn't he getting? Yeah, look, he only has 9 workers mining, so he's getting gas way too fast. He needs more minerals.
I mean, he built a second gas before he built a cyber core.
This is a mistake. Isaac needs to clear out this. Oh, he's gonna use his queen. Okay, but he's gonna pressure right away with these links. I guess he's thinking that there's an expansion, but there isn't. But you know what though? There's nothing here. He walled. Oh, it's not a wall. He might die now. Oh, here's one Zealot. He's gonna pop up right here. Oh my gosh. There you go. Okay, he's gonna micro. Here it goes. Let's see.
Now, I'm curious how...
Oh, he shouldn't have left that wall. He had. He's dead, dude.
He's in pole position. He's so dead.
He's dead. Look, there's more links coming. What an anticlimactic end.
There's Mordred to lose his way again.
This is how he lost his first game. Like, his build was just not safe, and that's gonna be it. No workers. He cleans it up, but 6 workers. He has to chrono that. The Zealot's gonna plug it, but he can't come back.
If you watch this game, my first advice to you in PvZ is try Forge fast expanding.
Yeah, if you're gonna do that.
When you get comfortable with Forge fast expanding, try Gateway fast expanding.
Yeah, I'd probably show him some builds. I think his build is not very good. And, you know, he's gonna survive here for a little bit longer, but he's so far behind. It's GG in all sense of the word. I don't even think if you replace Mordred right now with stats, he can come back. That's it, GG. Isaac advances, and he will face the loser of the much anticipated matchup between AXD. Look at this. This is so funny. His son went up there. Hey, Dad, you screwed up the wall. Anyway, guys. Alright, we're gonna have a really cool matchup now. It's the big one that people are excited to see. Right. Oops, sorry about the overlays. Now we're seeing, look, TyphoonFusion's telling him, hey Dad, you probably shouldn't have done this. You shouldn't have done that. Your wall was this. The casters were talking trash about you. So they're gonna watch. They're gonna watch that. In the meantime, we do have. Here's AXD getting ready. That's AXD. He's ready for the big matchup. He's been planning.
What does he play?
He plays Terran.
Oh my God, we got a Terran player.
All right, and then we'll add him to the Discord. The Mr. LittleReaper.
Even though I play Protoss as a main and 1v1, my favorite matchups to watch are all Terran matchups.
Yeah, this is the big matchup. So I'll be right back. Let me go. There's technical difficulty on this side. Be right back. Alright, so LittleReaper hopping on now too. get that camera on, guys. This is the much anticipated matchup. All right, there you go. There's LittleReaper. He's all set. He's excited. Meanwhile, Tony, aka AXD, getting set up. Now, both of them have been practicing. They have been practicing a lot. And you see that paper next to LittleReaper? That's his build order. He's working.
Yeah, that's his build order, right?
That's his build order. You can't read it from here. And it's too late for AXD to read it, to prepare. But AXD has his plans. So here's the funny thing about AXD. He actually did this thing where he was watching the Protoss players do a drop and just kill the expansions of the Terran, right? The previous Terrans. So what he did was, you know what, screw this. At my level, I'm just gonna make planetaries. And so he made all his bases were just planetaries.
Wait,
It was really...
wait, even is not his main expansion.
Yes,
for the
and it
planetary.
worked out because what happened was TyphoonFusion dropped, did a prism drop there, and he couldn't kill. He just kept retreating to the planetary. It was brilliant. Now, of course, it's not a pro level move, but it's perfect for this level.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So, I'm excited to see what happens here. Both of them have been practicing really hard. They both have a game plan, but it's really all about execution, right? Who can execute? This is the one that's exciting. The previous games for both of them have been very exciting.
Mm-hmm.
So
we have a TVP.
And here it is, TVP, that's right.
Reminder, since this is semis, this will be a best of 5.
Oh yeah, it's best of 5, guys. So this will be cool. All right, we're live. Here it is. AXD versus LittleReaper. So AXD got to platinum. LittleReaper got to silver, but he hasn't been lathering aggressively. So I think he's a little bit higher than that. But anyway, the bottom left, the Protoss player, LittleReaper, 6-0 so far.
And in the top right, we have AXD, the Terran.
Yeah, that race that we hadn't seen. We hadn't seen that race, right?
Now look at LittleReaper with his brand new Nexus skin.
Do you see it?
The skin? Yeah.
Yeah, he says he forgot. I don't know what he means by that.
I think it's fine to have a skin, but maybe it's in the rules and.
No, there's no skin rules here. It's fine.
Okay.
We want to see it. This level doesn't matter too much, right? It doesn't matter.
I love the way the new Protoss buildings warp in. If you see that new animation.
Oh, you know what I like too is I've seen it where when you kill it, it has this like explosion. It's really cool.
Yeah.
Oh, look at this. 2 racks, okay.
2 racks. He's building a second gas, and 2 racks. Okay. This is definitely Reaper, for sure.
We'll see. I mean, the rally is going that way, so. It is. Yeah, it is. It is.
Now, I'm
Will
curious
he be ready?
how many SCVs he's going to put on the gas.
Will he be ready?
If I'm correct, I don't think you actually need 6 SCVs on gas for this. I think you
Not
only
yeah.
need 4.
Remember, you don't have to. You don't need the perfect build at this level. You may make a mistake here or there. The thing that I want to point out is, LittleReaper has not had to deal with Reapers, believe it or not. So we'll see if he can handle it. Because Tony here has not done that in the other games. And here it is. This is really huge. He's gonna scout. It's a very late scout. Oh, there's 2. Okay, It's aggressive, guys.
This
It's
Reaper's
aggressive.
this
Yeah,
Reaper
he's
is
not
gonna do
ready.
havoc.
He is not ready. He's not. He needs to get that. Here's the pressure. Watch their cameras when they find out what's happening. Hey, at least he has one cannon in there, but he needs to get. He needs to get Stalker out ASAP. Chrono that sucker. He's not doing it. He finally does it.
There's
He's
two
losing.
Reapers that are about to jump over the base here.
Yep, it is.
Reinforcements.
This is gonna be a big problem. He needs to kind of deal with this. There's 3 racks too.
Now one Stalker. is
Oh,
really
he's
good
got
at
the
that
surround.
zombie.
He's got the surround. Very nice move. But now there's 2. He knows this is 2 Reapers. He needs to
It will
put.
be cleaned out by this one Stalker. It just how much damage does he do?
Yeah, he needs. Yeah, he's chronoing another. It's all about the micro here. Ooh, and he takes damage from the cannon. Misplay. Misplay here. And look, Little Reaper's like, all right, I'm gonna do what I plan on doing. Not bad defense,
I'm
considering.
gonna say, given Little Reaper's age, how old is he again?
6. He's 6. So
He is so good at this game for a 6-year-old.
yeah, and look at this, dude. He's like he's had it.
Like he literally he knew to use probes to surround the Reaper. How many 6-year-olds do that?
Yeah, not a whole lot, and maybe we have the second coming of Neeb here, or earlier, because Neeb started getting onto the scene. He was gold when he was 16, right? So I think Little Reaper can get the gold pretty easily based on what he's doing. Anyway, here we go. He has a nice plan here. This is an orbital for Mr. So Tony's not actually AXD is playing very different. He had a nice game plan here. That's very different from what we've seen him play.
Now I'm shocked that he hasn't built an expansion yet. He's still on one base.
Yeah,
XD.
both of them are. So
Yeah.
that's the thing. So I guess it's okay.
This
That's
is definitely something that happens at the lower levels. Is the players just don't know when it's safe to expand.
Alright, look, follow this stuff. Follow this guy. And look, he's gonna for good measure, he's gonna get a 4th gateway. And he's got these guys back defensive. Very smart.
Now if Little Reaper stays on one base here, I'm gonna be very worried for him because you have Stim halfway done here.
Yeah,
You're gonna have
correct.
medevacs coming out soon,
Yeah, he needs to expand, that's for sure. But
and Stim Marines just destroy Protoss.
correct. Here we go. Here's the it's going the long way. It's stopping here. Oh, he's stopping to warp in. Okay. And he's warping in. Oh, a stalker? Why is he warping in a stalker? I'm confused with that. He should warp in zealots, but he's warping in a stalker. That might have been a mistake. But he is expanding. So there you go. You got your wish, Weba. But he needs to get going on his plan here.
Yeah, he needs to do some damage. He needs to keep the
Yeah.
Terran in his base because once the 2 medevacs start building here, I'm hoping AXD builds them here soon. As
Yeah.
a grenade, AXD is just gonna push across the map and
Yep.
do so much damage. He's gonna wreak so much havoc.
Correct, but here's the prism. Let's see what happens here. There is a turret, so he needs to make sure he avoids that.
Also, +1 is about to finish for AXD, and he has a tank.
Okay, let's see. Let's see if he's paying attention. He doesn't want to run into this turret. Let's see.
He has nothing in his main.
He sees it.
Right
Nice
turret.
move. Here it
Okay,
is.
we have a reaction from AXD.
And he's warping in a lot of DTs, dude. Look at this.
Does he have scans?
Yes,
has
he
one
does.
Scan. Okay, he has 1 scan.
But that's a lot of damage. Those DTs pack a punch, don't they? Oh, he needs to get out.
Yeah.
He doesn't pick up the stalker. It's a sacrifice right now. Backs off. He does have a base, so he can kind of probe that base up. But other than that, this is a big army for Tony. He needs AoE at this point, so he's kind of in trouble if he doesn't get that AoE. Little Reaper's gonna go home. Oh, okay. There it is. See, look, he's getting what you call a Robo Bay. So off of that, you can make Colossus and other things. But let's see, he needs to be warping in units. His money is low right now. And here's a huge drop. This is a huge drop, guys. Will he be ready? That's the key. He needs to... The warping cycles are there. So he needs to be warping in. And here it is. Here it is. The drop. He's gonna see it. Let's go look. Let's go look. This is a good spot to drop, actually.
Oh my god.
This is a good spot.
This is a Terran's dream right now.
Yeah, this is a spot because it's hard to get in there. He needs to warp in. He's gonna warp in DTs for defense, which I like.
He has tanks and the... Now, does he notice the DTs? It's sometimes hard in these battles.
It's hard. Yeah, you're right. That's the thing. It's hard to deal with it if you're not paying attention. He doesn't have a shield battery in there. A ton of damage.
This DT's up to 6 kills, 7 kills.
13 worker skill. That's a lot. So he needs to kind of re-drone up. But he did defend. That's the good news. He didn't die right there, right?
All AXD lost was like Marines, and he hasn't lost a medevac, so he needs to pull those back.
Yeah. Look, okay. Something interesting here. It's a planetary on the second base, so he's super safe there. So he's right. He doesn't want to deal with getting that killed. That's why. There you go. He's gonna go home. What I would have liked LittleReaper to do is make a few stalkers. Don't alert him, and then go kill those medevacs. So less notice, right?
Mm-hmm.
But the thing is, the what do you call that? Psi storms being researched. So that's good. He needs that right away. Oh, he's gonna go attack. Okay, yeah, he's gonna attack. Now this Liberator's gonna cause problems. And expansion, so AXD is very ready.
AXD is definitely in a very good spot right now. We have an Archon drop coming, Archon 2 Stalkers from LittleReaper. And then we also have, it looks like, almost a Doom drop from AXD here.
Yeah, this is gonna be, this might, it's all about, oh, he's not paying attention. Ooh, we almost lost that.
This is a questionable engagement, but...
But if he can kill this base...
I don't think LittleReaper realizes, AXD realizes that Archons have like no HP once the shield's gone.
Yeah, he does make him lift, but here's the big Doom drop at home. That's the important part. Oh, and he loses so many workers from the Liberator. And...
5 kills. And he's gonna lose a Stalker here? Oh, well, almost.
Okay, here goes. Can he
has
storm
Storm.
that? Yeah, he does. Oh, nice storm. He just needs to clean that up. And actually, this is pretty good. Really good defend there.
I mean, LittleReaper's economies and actually, it's not that bad of a shape. It's not as good as AXD's, but
yeah, considering the type of killer attack that he's dealt with, right?
He needs to resaturate those probes, though.
Yep, he needs to make sure, and he's making workers, or he was. He needs to put them in. There's too many things going on. Let's see what he's doing. He's trying to deal with this bio army. Here you go. Let's see him go together. Oh, and he's gonna lose this prism.
He doesn't notice there's a DT yet, or he doesn't have a scan.
Yeah, that's... But losing the prism is a big deal.
Yeah.
And he needs to fix this these probes here. They're just chilling here. LittleReaper a little bit flustered at the moment. Tony's been AXD has a nice game plan for this so far. Let's do a quick view of the players. Just look at them real quick. Right? Pretty good action there.
We have a Disruptor coming out.
Oh wow, I've never actually seen him do Disruptor, so... He quickly resaturated though. It'd be nice to get another base, but he needs to keep warping in at this point, because AXD's army is getting huge. It's huge. And now he has a monster army. He is expanding. There you go. So we see an expansion. And he needs to get to his game plan. And it looks like he's going to stay in the ground so far. Which is fine because there's so many turrets. It's not like he can go air and do any damage. There's so many turrets, so many marines. Well, he is making one Stargate, but... Oh, he's making two. Okay. So he eggs these defenses really good here. I mean, this... He even has a planetary on all these outside bases. So he's pretty ready. 2 disruptors, very nice. Let's see how he handles that. 3, 4 coming out. He's upgrading +1 on the star. But there's several starports coming here.
And
Is
this looks like BCs for sure.
Yeah, he does have the...
Fusion
Yeah, I
core.
see it now. Yep.
Now, BCs off a 3-base economy is ambitious. Like that many starports.
Yeah, but look at the money that he has, right? He's not even spending it fast enough. Keep in mind, this, at the pro level, it's ambitious because their cycles are really good. They spend it fast. But at this level, you know, you can actually make it work with 6 on one base. You can have 6 gateways because the guys don't warp in well enough, right? And they have so much money floating. So
what I will say is disruptors do not do well against battlecruisers.
that's for sure. That's for sure. So, but he is making 2 carriers right now. So carriers are better than battlecruisers to a point.
I think once you get to the point where you can just Yamato like tons of army at once, it gets really hard to beat battlecruisers in efficiency. But
yeah, but not at this level. Not at this
they
level, man. They're not going to be able to Yamato that great, right? They have to deal with all those interceptors.
Yeah.
They, you know, it's hard to micro that. Remember, we can't use the pro level. This should be this, that, right? It's really what's easier to execute.
Carriers are really, really strong at the low levels because
Exactly.
AI is programmed to always attack the interceptors first rather than the carriers. Like every single unit in the game.
Mm-hmm.
That's how they're programmed. So
yeah, they're both supply block, which is funny. Oh, there you go.
carrier.
Look, this is so funny. I said they're supply block, and he was already making six things here, and Tony's making. He just finished 3 depots.
The LittleReaper has some amazing skins.
Yeah, this is the war chest skins, right?
Yep.
Yes.
He has some purifier skins. And he has the new building skins.
Yeah, I think mass carriers is easier to control than mass battle cruisers, even though you can warp out. So I think air-to-air battles at this level will be, you know, but he is making void rays though.
Yeah.
I personally prefer like maybe six carriers, and then you switch to tempests, right?
8 is the number where carriers just get
Carrier. So 8, you want 8 carriers?
Yeah,
Okay,
at
so
8 carriers just like that 8th carrier makes carriers so much stronger.
Got
Like,
it.
They scale so well.
So wait a minute, he actually is making this is making void rays. I thought it was carriers. For some reason, I was thinking he does have 2 carriers, right? But so he has 2 carriers, 2 void rays, and 2 more showing up.
And then he has a bunch of anti-ground as well, which is not going to fare well against all the battle cruisers. Even some Vikings splurged in there. And
Yeah.
Look at this.
Oh, here he goes.
setup
Look at-
he has.
Yeah, you can't attack that. I think LittleReaper should just mass up Sky Toss, mostly carriers. Maybe he has Storm. Does he have Storm?
I would say Storm, Carrier, Tempest is
He
definitely what he wants.
Yeah, well he does. Does he have enough gas for all this? He does.
Because what happens?
Oh, he sees him. He sees him. He's scanned.
When you single target a unit, like so when you're fighting against carriers and you have all your battle cruisers click on one, the battle cruisers will actually bunch up together. to try to target that, and then that makes him prime for storms.
Yeah, that's true. So he does have a base here. He needs the gas, and then Tony's moving out closer. I don't think he's really attacking, but gas is a problem for LittleReaper. Looks like AXD has enough gas, right? I think Terran typically has a lot of gas, right? Protoss usually has a surplus. I mean, a deficiency on gas, but Terran usually has a surplus on gas. Is that right?
Oh my god, he's teleporting into the main
He is?
with the battle cruisers.
Oh, okay, here's the big battle. Alright, let's see what happens here, guys.
I think
huge.
this is a huge mistake, and he's just gonna get.
Is he gonna get stormed?
But he's getting the third as well.
Oh yeah, he is
With the
attacking
Marine.
on the third too. And
I
he
think those battle
F2'd here.
cruisers are dead.
He needs to go. He F2'd here by mistake. He needs to clean up this base. He can't lose this third base. Oh, he's gonna lose the third base. It's too late.
Well, yeah, he's gonna lose the third, but yep, like if LittleReaper just attacks now, he can do a ton of damage because AXE just lost his entire army.
If he attacks now, you think?
Yeah, he needs to attack right now. He needs to kill at least a base.
I hate the fact he's making more Void Rays though. I think he should make Tempest or Carriers. Void Rays kind of suck in my opinion.
I would definitely say carriers.
Yeah, Carriers are way better than Void Rays are like. I mentioned this before. Void Rays is like this thing that the newer players like to make, right? They like.
It's a very easy unit to control. It's like it's not slow and clunky like a carrier. It moves at a reasonable pace. You can get the speed upgrade for it.
Let me ask you this: what do you think Void Rays versus Battle Cruisers? How does that work out?
At supermass Void Rays with prismatic alignment, you can wreck battle cruisers up. But if the battle cruiser player is able to get scan Yamato off a bunch, then I feel like it might be close. But
And he's upgrading his air attacks too, so that's good. Let me see, what are the upgrades here? Looks like it's +1. Is that what you're seeing? It's hard with this overlay. Look at these expansions. Wow, I really like what they're doing here. Both of them.
they're
you know.
going to a real big macro game.
Yeah, I like
At this
both
point-
of
at
them
this
are
point,
playing
I would like
really well, in my
At this
opinion.
point, I would like to see both of them just get rid of their ground armies completely, basically. Like, if you actually notice, AXD's base at the bottom isn't a predatory. So if LittleReaper just sends his Zealots and Archons there, do some damage, dump the supply, just go full Sky Toss at this point with some storms, I think that'd be the best route here for him.
And
I
when you
feel-
say Sky Toss, what units do you like?
Here, the lower level is carriers, but upper levels I'd probably go Tempest, Void Ray, with Oracles and Storm.
Yeah, for spotter. To
Yeah.
me, maybe 6 to 8 carriers and all Tempests, and maybe a mothership. That's what I would do. He has some ground units, especially these disruptors, but it looks like AXD stopped making. Well, he does have some ground units. Oh, he's gonna go for a drop. Okay.
Yep, he's dumping his supply. That's what he's doing here. If you notice, he's just taking his ground army.
Well, let's see.
He's keeping the tanks for defense, but he's dumping his ground army. Oh no, he might be bringing his Sky Terran as well.
Yeah, maybe he'll warp in, dump somewhere, and then warp in. Okay, well, here it is. He doesn't have cannons everywhere either, so...
He's gonna drop.
Oh, he's gonna go. Okay, here's it. This is it. Let's see. He's a little late. Oh, not late. It's a little bit of a... Meanwhile, he's not moving here.
But this is just get rid of supply.
You think he's just getting rid of it?
Oh yeah, any damage.
Oh my
is-
gosh, look at that huge
I mean,
army, dude.
It wasn't ideal damage, but it's not the biggest thing in the world that he killed that army.
Yeah,
He's just trying to go full Sky Terran at this point.
yep. Well, we'll see what happens with this.
He's getting
Disruptor.
Banshee speed apparently.
Oh, okay, here's a big fight. Let's see how this works out. Does he see it? They don't know. Here it is. Yes, Storm though. So
Oh, he's gonna bunch up all his units. It's prime time to storm.
Oh
Now,
look,
it
he's
is
trying
a
to
little bit
kill.
anti-synergy.
He's trying to kill the disruptors. He has charge slots. Oh, this is so hard to control. What is happening, guys? Who is winning?
Oh, the carrier player for sure. Right
But
now.
yeah, because he can't control it. It's hard to control. This is what I was talking about. Now, he has the lead now, so he's gonna try to do damage. He's scared. That's the funny thing is like one tank kind of scares people to run back, but it's really just one tank. I would not. Hey, he's attacking the planetary. Do you think it's a good idea?
I think he just A moves and wins. At
You
this
think?
Point. Yeah. No, this game's over.
I don't know. I don't know. We'll see. Look, there's a ton of Vikings coming out. He needs to be making stuff. Oh, he's making Void Rays at home. He needs to reinforce these units. He has to stick together basically. So then, I guess you're right. There's only a few Vikings
Yeah, I
here.
know.
So
This game is he's dead.
you think?
Yeah.
I don't know, man. If you get 20
mean-
Vikings,
By the time he gets enough Vikings, the Protoss player will have killed like all the bases.
we'll see. I feel
And
like
look at how many bases the Protoss is on right now.
yeah, but he's not mining on these other bases. So if you're LittleReaper, you just have to keep making stuff and just keep pushing, right? Keep leaning into him. Is he max? He's not maxed out. It's only 117 supplies, so the supplies are pretty close, guys.
Also, based off the control of the previous battle, I don't know if
He has the control. Yeah, it's a
the-
control thing. More carriers and more Tempest maybe. And then for AXT, he needs a lot of Vikings.
He needs
like
a lot
a
of
lot.
Vikings, and he needs to shift like attack.
Oh, here's the big attack.
Is
It's
he
a
gonna
control.
attack? Oh, okay, he's targeting. He's focus
He's-
firing.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think the Void Race is a mistake, but he just maybe overwhelming numbers. It doesn't matter.
Void Rays do pack a punch. They're just really fragile.
Yeah, I guess you know, I don't know. There's only 2 carriers left, so the micro potential is a lot. You don't have to do. He might clean this up though. Honestly, if he keeps it together, he lost a lot of money though. That's for sure. But the supply is pretty close, and he's not fighting together, so he's slowly whittling this down. He still has his tech down here. No, he's gonna give up. He says, "I can't win." And actually, LittleReaper wins game 1. Pretty interesting there. AXT had a great plan. He had a great plan, but he had 2 bad fights, right, in the air. Don't you think that's what happened there?
I think there's a lot of opportunities for AXD to AXD at a certain point was so far ahead it wasn't funny, but he kind of just never he never exploited how far ahead he was. He kind of just let the game get into this macro state where it didn't matter any of the previous.
That's hard though, man. I mean, remember at this level, you're kind of like, this is the hard thing for this level, right? Think macro, think get ahead, get more ahead, right? So that's really hard. But strategically, is there something else you think that he could have done?
Teleporting the BCs into the main
Mhm.
because he just had no way to get out at that point. BCs are slow, which is why they have the teleport. But if you teleport in,
That's a
then
good point.
BCs
Yeah.
have nowhere to escape, and so you just lost like 6-7 BCs.
Yeah.
For very little value.
Yeah, no, that's a very good point there. He's done that before in the previous games where he just boom warped in like several BCs at somebody's base, and it's won, and it won. He won,
Yeah.
but the problem is he scanned and he saw that LittleReaper had air already too, so it wasn't a definitive. Hey, you know, this is my game-winning move, right? That was the problem on that. Anyway, we'll see the adjustments for game 2. We'll see what kind of adjustments these guys make.
I think AXD needs to his tech was a little all over the place, which people in the chat have definitely picked up on.
Yeah. All right. Well, top right. It's AXD. He's down 0-1 in a best of 5.
And then bottom left, we have LittleReaper, the 6-year-old.
Phenom.
Yeah. I mean, for a 6-year-old, he is so good at this game. Like, I remember, like, when I was doing at 6, I was, like, playing Pajama Sam and stuff
Well,
like that.
when I was 16, I don't think I played this well. How about that?
Yeah.
Oh, look at this. Look what's being made here. Look. See that? Are you watching my view?
The forge, yeah.
Yeah, but look at this right up front.
He's cannon rushing. Now, I think that he will be able to see that pylon from the high ground.
Let's see. Yeah, he sees it.
Yeah.
He sees it. Oh.
He
Oh,
cancels
I
it.
shouldn't have done that. I think that's a waste.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it is, but AXE already saw it, so it like
Yeah.
didn't matter.
Well, here's the thing about that, right? He sees it and it cancels. I was like, oh, okay, he changed his mind. But actually, he didn't. He just moved it. Right? So it might work out a little bit if he's
Or
really...
or at this level, maybe AXE just didn't see it. Like he wasn't paying attention to his mini map.
Oh, that's true. He might not have seen it
fine.
anyways. He's like, whatever. You bring up a very good point there. And actually, this is a mistake. He had the guy go home, all the way home, and then he sends another guy. So there you go. You can still see some mistakes, right? Typically, you leave the probe. So you see the mistakes at this level, right? But that's okay. So it doesn't seem like it's a committed rush though, because his gateway's at home, right?
Mm-hmm.
So look, if you're AXD, you think, oh, okay, it was a fake out, nothing's coming. But now look, you're gonna see it right here, right?
Yeah. Now I'm like, is he gonna use a probe? Like, what is he gonna use to see up on the high ground? Because if he uses a probe, the Marines are just gonna shoot it.
Yeah, that's true. Can they reach from up here? I don't think they can reach all the way up here.
Well, the Marines won't.
Yeah, they can't reach.
Oh, the cannons can't reach.
No, the Marines can't reach.
Oh,
I don't
yeah,
know if I don't know if the cannon can reach, but if I was him, I wouldn't do anymore.
The cannons could definitely reach that depot.
Yeah,
for sure.
yeah. It's an overextension though. I think it's too late. He can't get up this ramp, can he?
No.
No. Yeah, it's not gonna work.
It's not gonna work because he can't see on the high ground right now.
Yeah,
so
he can't
there's no
see.
need to probe off the
Oh,
ramp.
this pylon can. I mean, this one cannon can reach it.
Yeah, and the probe. AXE really needs to kill this probe before that depot dies.
Yeah, he needs to, because if he puts a pylon up there and these two cannons finish.
Scared of the Marines dying to the cannon, but
Oh, look at this. This is Oh.
Okay, now he's really in trouble because those two cannons finish.
Look at this is a micro battle right here. Look. Oh man. Oh, look at that!
Yeah. I think LittleReaper. I mean, there's a tank.
Oh,
so
but there's a
maybe just shuts us down, but it was a good try.
That was kind of funny. Oh, he's gonna kill another one, but it's at home. He's not all in though. Look, it's not like he was. It's not like he was all in. So it was just
Normally, why you don't cannon rush Terran? One, they can lift off their buildings, and two, they have tanks.
Yeah, tanks are beast, right? So what's he gonna do? It looks like he's gonna expand. Yeah, he's gonna expand. Meanwhile, AXD is paranoid right now. Right?
Well, normally DT is followed up by another cheese or mega greed. Those are the only two extremes you usually go after.
Dude, look what Reaper's making. He's making
Immortals.
Yeah, and he probably make up. Yeah, he's making a prism after that. So I like this move. He's really he killed. Let's look at the units lost. What's the unit lost key for this? I don't know what it is. Sorry guys, I don't know what the hotkey is to show units lost or whatever the heck it is.
So I'm using the old interface right now. Terran has lost 550 resources, and Protoss lost 875.
Yeah, so he lost more. But
Yeah.
the good news is for Protoss is their expansion is way ahead, right?
Mhm.
So okay, here you go. Look at this prism. Let's follow this guy.
But I think it's L, by the way, for units lost.
Oh, okay, it's L. Oh yeah, it is. Correct. Good. All right, let's see what happens here. Control R. Okay, thanks, Rice Monkey. No, that's Worker Skilled. Yeah, so yeah, units lost is Control R, but L is for. Oh yeah, L is also units lost, but it shows the resources.
Yeah.
But look at this. This is kind of cool. What can this do? Here it is. Does he have a warping?
I
He has
think
one gateway. He's not even done yet. Not
So
done yet.
this
So he's
is
got to
still
be
on.
careful. He needs to get out before he loses the.
He's micro.
You see
This
microing?
Sicko is a boss.
Oh, don't lose that. But the thing is, don't lose the prism. Oh no! No, that's not a bad prism micro, was it?
KJ, you may
Oh
want to
my
invest
gosh.
early in this kid.
Yeah, let's sign him up to Storm and the
Psystorm Little Reaper.
little academy. Okay, that was actually kind of cool. So, oh, there's a big drop. Oh my gosh, look how many medevacs there are. So Little Reaper's finally, he needs to survive this drop, right? He is making a lot of gateways at home. So let's see, he's warping in with that one little gateway. He needs to keep making in. He needs to keep, this is a big drop, dude.
Oh, this is a doom drop. It's too well.
He
but
needs to
here's the
do
thing.
damage.
It's the substantial amount is stim done. Upgrades is
Gee,
stim
yeah,
is
it's not
done.
done. Okay,
Yeah,
let's see if he
so-
sees it.
So the substantial of this army is 2 tanks, and Mortals do pretty good against tanks.
Oh, here it is. Look. Oh, he sees it
He's
now.
getting real in there, and
He
a very
needs-
slow reaction.
He-
Here's a
Oh.
shield battery.
Yeah, he has a shield battery. He has to
I think
overcharge
he's
that.
dead,
Oh
yeah.
no, he's dead. He got caught. And AXD ties it up. Ties it up, guys. Yeah, that's a pretty quick GG. So, let's see. The reaction is like, how do I do this? His brother's coaching him. He's like, hey, do this, do that next time, okay? And Tony has AXD.
Is that Isaac from the
Hey.
previous series?
No, it's not. Isaac, no.
Okay.
AXD, meanwhile, is just trying to think of, that was good. I won that game. That's good. It's tied up 1-1. So, I think the June drop was a great idea, right? Great idea. Caught him off guard with that. 1-1 now. So it's a good series. We got a series, boys. That's actually Little Reaper's first loss so far.
Really? This kid is tearing up. Like,
Hey, he had a good
he's
plan
so
there.
Good for 6 years old.
Alright, it's game 3 coming up. Let's see what kind of plan he has for game 3. AXD had the same plan, right? But he got kind of got distracted by that cannon rush, right?
Yeah. Honestly, that's just where things went wrong for Little Reaper. Was just
Mhm.
the failed can rush. He was so far behind at that point because it's not just the resources you lose. It's the amount of time you're behind in tech. It's like,
Although
you
he
know,
wasn't behind in tech, if you noticed. He just needed more gateways, I think. Right?
I guess you're right. That was because
The drop really, he got settled. That's really what killed him. If he didn't listen, AXT was on one base, so if he wasn't able to drop, I think he loses. Right. So it was a good it was a good move by AXT. So we're gonna go into game 3 now at Golden Wall. All right. Top right, the Doom drop got him the win. And it's the Terran player, AXT.
I love this map. So, and on the other side, the left side, we have LittleReaper, the 6-year-old phenom.
Hey, look what he's doing.
He's already mining.
Does he have a plan?
Dude,
Does he have a plan?
I think he's gonna fast expand.
You think? You think that's the plan? We'll see. So here on this thing, you actually just need to just focus on one mineral. You don't need to mine two. And if you time it right, they clean it up just enough, right? They open it up just enough. So you only need one if you're doing a fast expand. But if you want to clear it, obviously you want more. But anyway, here's the scout. He's closing. He's not going to let him in. See that? Hey, it's a forge again. Look at that. You see that? That's a forge again. So,
Yep.
what's his
Yeah,
plan?
Is he gonna can rush again? Because he has a probe outside.
Yeah, he does. What's his plan?
He also has a gas.
He's just gonna take a quick peek. He
And
doesn't
might
see. He doesn't
just be
see.
Nope. Okay, he's going for it.
He's going for it again. Now you gotta make sure he doesn't overdo this, right? Because like
Well,
you said, it costs a
doesn't-
lot of money.
It costs him a lot of money, and he hasn't built his gateway yet, so he will be behind on tech.
He sees it. AXD sees it.
Is XC building a factory yet?
Or maybe he's
Nope.
not paying attention, like you said, right?
Yeah.
Oh, these
Okay,
position.
there's the factory. And that's a terrible cannon position.
Yeah, the position is bad. That's for sure. So it's not looking good for him. The cannons need to be forward. So
Add-on complete.
what the hell? Oh, he canceled the other one. So he wanted it closer. But this is kind of just winging it at this point.
Now, unfortunately, this is just the worst race to do this against.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
No, you're right. Absolutely. It is the worst race to do it on. Against.
But the factory's about to finish. He's probably gonna just put a tech lab on that, and eventually.
Hey,
this-
look at
this
what
camera
look,
is
look
gonna
at this
end.
guy. Look where he's going.
Oh, is he gonna? Okay, what is he doing? I'm so. Is he gonna expand on the other side of the map?
Maybe he'll put a like a void ray or a fast air thing, tempest rush or something.
He's building a gate. He's building a proxy gateway, which means. But he won't have a cyber core yet, so he can't build.
Dude, AXD supply blocked because he didn't anticipate losing the depots.
The tank is delayed.
The tank's very delayed. And look, LittleReaper here. And it's at the bottom left. He's getting a cyber, so it's not. He can't do anything yet. Anytime soon. So I'm guessing he's gonna make a Tempest here. That's my guess. But that's. We'll see. What? did you see that? Does he know this? I don't think he.
No, okay, I don't think AXD knows yet, but he'll eventually know.
Well, look at this. I don't like this. This is not needed.
Yeah, I don't get these kids. Like he's like.
He's
trying to
I think
prevent-
he's just winging it. But what he needs to do is really get to a real plan, because this is not a viable plan,
Yeah,
right?
once the tank comes out, all of this goes away.
Yeah, he's gonna have
With
to
one
cancel
tank
it.
can clear all of this.
Yeah, he needs to kind of get back to the normal thing, which is expand. Not here, but yeah, he's getting shelled.
A for effort.
He's
and-
getting shelled. I would cancel this as soon as. Oh yeah, he knows it. He knows. He knows it's not gonna work. But I wish he didn't make a gateway here though, because you kind of know Terran's gonna make a tank, like you said, right? It's like just not gonna work. So the good news is it's a delay thing, right? Oh, this stalker's not gonna work either. So this is so he needs a base.
So he's on one base. He's
He
building
needs a
two
base.
Stargates. Two Stargates, right?
Yeah, that's a calculated thing where you don't know.
Is he- No way.
No, I think
He
what
has
is it?
another
Probably
pro-
just
probe.
yeah. I don't know what that probe's doing. But he's gonna be dead soon if he does. Oh, he expand.
Cancel the other gateway, the other Stargate.
Yeah. Now,
So
was there
I'm guessing.
a question for you? There was a stalker making there. If you kill that gateway, do you get the money back?
Yes. If the stalker doesn't finish, you get the money back.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So. The stalker he did not make.
Can he hear us?
Hey, make sure turn up his sound so he can't hear me.
Yeah,
If he
I'm
can't hear me,
uncomfortable saying things if he could hear us.
he can't hear you, but he may be able to hear me because he's not
Oh, gotcha.
on.
Okay.
Unless the Discord thing.
Yeah, he should definitely have Discord muted.
Yeah, Discord is muted, so.
Okay, so he can only hear you because I'm guessing
Yep.
he's in close proximity
Yep.
to you.
Yes, I'm gonna have to not speak about anything that'll give him an advantage. I don't
Well,
think I have. Oh,
Oh, he sees this doom drop.
yeah, he
So.
sees it. Well,
I think
I
he's
think
just
from
dead.
yeah. Does he have anything for this?
He has a carrier on the way and a stalker. Now, there's 2 tanks here, submarines. If there's a shield battery here, I think the carrier could defend it, but there's 9 marines. Actually, this might be a very close fight.
I don't know,
this
man. How
pylon
many?
lives.
What does he have in there?
He has 9 marines and then 3 tanks. So if the marines die, the carrier cleans this up.
The problem is, yeah. Look, it's just one, right? And look, all these probes are dying.
Yeah,
so-
and then the medevacs, yeah.
Yeah,
The
it's not.
one carrier doesn't have enough DPS.
he says I hate Golden Wall. So that's the thing with that. All right, so 2-1, one more win for AXD, and we'll see what happens with this. AXD's. Let's look at AXD's cam. He feels good. Like if you're him right now, you're feeling good, right?
I mean, yeah, you're up 2-1. Your opponent keeps cannon rushing you as Terran.
Hey,
I'll take that every game.
yeah, if you notice though, both times he cannon rushed didn't really work. I mean,
No.
the first time kind of worked, but the second time
So
was really a
AXD
big fail.
and LittleReaper had the exact same APM of 86 that game.
Was it?
Yeah, they both had the same APM.
But they're different races, so I don't know. That's not. So I think he kind of winged the cannon rushes. He doesn't really play that with anybody, right? And certainly you don't want to do it against Terran. But he did it twice, as you said, right? So we'll see. We'll see. And look, let's pay attention. It looks like he's adjusting the sound to make sure they can't hear anything. Yeah, he's checking. But luckily, it's not like we've been giving away anything about the game, right? So he's just kind of winging his games. And the problem is, winging can only get you to a certain point, right? Like you're not.
Yeah, you need a plan. You need a stage 1, a stage 2, a stage 3, like how you're gonna approach a game, and and all of it needs to feed into each other.
Yeah, it just the thing is in that last cannon rush too, you made the nexus, cancel it. You made stuff, you cancel it. You just lose out too much. So we'll see what happens in this possible final game. He has to stick to a good plan at this point. It's 2-1.
Yep. Yeah. I'm definitely putting in favor of AXD. I think LittleReaper can win if he doesn't can rush, and he just plays a standard game. And
Yep.
honestly, the way AHD plays, his first game he went Marine Tank as well. So when you see Marine Tank, Skytoss actually does pretty well. And I think Little Reaper, like ground units are a bit harder to micro. Air
Mm-hmm.
units like
Like
the
that goes back to what I was saying, right?
yeah.
If you carriers are, you don't have to micro, but your opponent has to make sure he's hitting your
So,
carriers, not the
so
interceptors.
so my game just crashed. So I'm gonna have to use the stream as my perspective.
Yeah, you'll be 2-3 seconds a little bit behind.
Yeah.
That's not too bad. So his game crashed, guys. Wava is going to be slightly behind on the commentary.
Actually, can you share your screen? So
I don't know if that'll... No, because we're using the camera
gotcha. Okay.
on this, right? So let me see if I can, though. Let me try that. 1 minute. Oh, no, I can't, because then it'll screw up the projections.
Okay.
Right, the player cams. Yeah, it'll screw up the player cams, because right now we're using Discord as the video. So Zos42 says, yep, you need better positions for can. So basically, can rushing is like an art. You have to kind of practice it. You need to put it at the right spots. And
I think the load
against that.
screen is me. By the way, why the load screen is so slow is because I crashed and it's
Oh,
just
okay. We're just
disconnecting
gonna
me.
have to wait. Okay, that's
Yeah.
no problem. So yeah, Zos42 is correct, and I played a lot of Protosses that can rush, right, and with a Stargate behind it. So it's something you have to practice, right? You can't just kind of... I mean, you can kind of make it work at the lower levels, but I think as you've seen here, once your opponent is about platinum and higher, it gets really hard, right? They kind of do it better, defend better.
Their decision tree becomes a lot more fluid.
Mm-hmm. But so far, what we've seen is there is a lot of talent in the handling and micro for LittleReaper side. It's just the builds, kind of the ones that he's winging it, needs a lot of work, right? Practice. But the rest, there's a lot of upside.
He is.
Meanwhile, yeah, go
I
ahead.
mean, he is just really good, like base mechanically for a 6-year-old.
Mm-hmm.
Like insane. Like the fact that he was picking up and dropping immortals with a warp prism while keeping the warp prism in the back, so it wasn't like targeted by the Marines, is actually insane for a 6-year-old.
Yeah, and actually, we played a lot of team games where he's joined us, and he was doing that without us teaching him. I think he was watching GSL, so he did that at 4 years old. Of course, he doesn't do it as his builds and all that as well, but it's a team game.
Is that a family thing where you all watch GSL
Once in a
games?
while. Well, no, it's like everyone watches it, right? On and off from bots and things like that, right? Looks like your game did crash, so we'll have to wait. Have to wait for that and re-invite.
Okay. Well, I'm sorry about that.
Okay, so let's see. Oh, he left his station. Gotta wait for him. So we have to remake the game, Seth. Wavo crashed, but maybe Wavo can join again.
Yeah,
This
I'm
time.
back in
He's back
the
in.
game.
Okay. Okay, so Wavo's back. Needs to be re-invited. We need LittleReaper back in the game. We need a little bit of a timeout, Seth. 1 second. I'll be right back and see what's going on. Hang tight, ladies and gentlemen. Alright, Seth.
Yo.
He's making sound adjustments because it was apparently turned way too loud. He couldn't hear. The game was too loud or something. So I'm just gonna speak a little bit less, and of course I'll keep whatever I'm talking about. That's not a spoiler. Mostly talking about what everyone sees, at least both players.
Mhm.
So we'll wait. Wait for them to adjust to the sound. Okay, let's see if they're ready. Oh yeah, they're ready. Okay. So this is game 4.
Yep.
Game 4. All right.
The same thing. I think if LittleReaper just plays standard a bit.
All right. Let's hope no crashes. 2-1 lead. Here it goes. This map, Pillars of Gold. So it's an okay map. The top right, is LittleReaper.
And in the bottom left, we have AXD, who is currently up 2-1.
Oh, I think he's focusing now. He's like, I don't want to chat. I think he's like focused.
Well, what is he asking him to stop?
I have no idea. You know, you're typing stuff. Sometimes you typing and playing too. Like it's a distraction for both, maybe.
Yeah.
At least for me. Sometimes when I play, if someone, I don't really actually say anything when I'm playing. And if someone says good luck, have fun to me, I'll say it back, right?
Mm-hmm.
But other than that, I really don't want to chat with anyone. I don't know about you. How do you like to play?
I say good luck, have fun, and then that's it. I don't entertain anything else. Unless I'm cheesing them. Then I try to chat as much as possible.
Oh, that's kind of
to try
obvious.
to-
when someone starts talking to me too much, then I start wondering, are you cheesing me, right?
Yeah. It's like, well, what are you doing with all that APM? It's like, no, I'm just waiting for my gateways to finish.
Yeah, I made 4 gateways. I'm just waiting. There's two gateways here though.
I like this build. I wish he built the second gateway a little bit later, like about now. But yeah, I like the double gateway with the cyber core. He's getting the second gas. And he's storing up Chrono Boost.
Yeah.
I think he's gonna Chrono Spoot out some stalkers.
You think?
Yep, scout a little bit, put on some pressure. I mean, that's what the build looks like.
As far as I know, there's only like 2 to 3 builds he would know. I think he's kind of winging it again, so we'll see.
He's expanding.
Yeah. Now, if you're Tony, are you looking for a cannon rush? You're like, dude, there might be a damn cannon rush again.
The can rushes didn't do anything to him, even when he sick out of them late. So I think he.
Well,
I
the
don't think
first
he
one,
cared
the
them.
first cannon rush did great. He just got dropped.
It did okay, but the one tank still cleared it up.
Yeah, it was very wasteful. You're right. Like it was what you mentioned. It was like 700 to 500 minerals
yeah,
or
it was
something.
800 versus. It was like 800 versus 600.
Yeah.
In blocks. And if AXD had controlled better, he would have lost way less. He basically lost all of his Marines for nothing.
Yeah, you probably don't experience cannon rushes as much as Terran, though. You know what I mean? It's happened to me when I played, but it's not that often.
Well, aren't there like low-level, high-level Masters players where all they do is cannon rush every single game? No matter who you are?
Yeah. So Zus is asking, what's the point of the 2 early gateways if he does not build units as early from them?
Yeah,
it's probably...
he shouldn't have built the 2 that early. He should have built the second one right before he built the cyber core.
Yeah.
And then he starts building stalkers out of them.
Mm-hmm.
But it looks like it was just to have them.
Yeah,
and
but you gotta
safety.
remember, here's the thing, right? We are thinking about it with a clear head, with a mature StarCraft knowledge head, right? For a lot of newer players, they make stuff because they feel like, oh, I need to make it now before I forget, or I need to make it in case I get attacked, or I don't know, let me make it, right? There's no like, a lot of players don't really have super real planning, right? On these kind of things, so it happens. So I'm just gonna keep it simple in the sense that sometimes these players they just make it because they feel safer, right? It's not like they're thinking at that level. I mean, look, he is only 6, right? So he probably knows just a few builds and he says, you know, I think I can make it, but then he forgets that you should make stuff from it. So it's better to like. Here's the thing. Sometimes me when I play Protoss and I'm doing a big attack, sometimes I put a not a big attack. If I send my 2 adepts, sometimes I put the shield battery in the middle line because I know I'll forget. I make it really early, right?
I do the same thing with spore crawlers when I play
Yeah,
certain
because I'm like,
games.
well, I
'Cause
gotta
I'm
make
just
it.
like I need to make this at some point, and I'd
Well,
rather make it early than get caught not having
exactly. So sometimes the reason is very simple, where it's really just that. But anyway, let's pay attention. This is pretty crucial. We didn't pay attention to this. There
it.
is
It's a
one.
DP drop. There's a
Yes, it
missile
is.
turret.
Yeah, he's just out of range, and he's gonna drop it and then maybe warp in more.
There's 1 scan available.
This should do a lot of damage. This is 4.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
but look at
9,
home.
10, 11, 12, 13,
Look at home,
14.
dude. This may be the. But he needs at
Oh.
home. He just has to defend with DTs, and he's fine. Cause look, the thing is lifted, right? He can't scan with
Yeah.
it.
If he warps in 2 DTs, he defends.
I think he has to recall. Yeah, he's gonna have to recall some.
Does he know how to recall?
He should. He should. Oh
Yeah,
yeah, he
he's
does. Yeah,
recalling.
yeah. There you go.
Oh, okay.
This will
And
work because there's
there's
no.
no scan.
Yeah, because it's up in the air. But if you look at the right side of the main, he kind of messed up here. It's funny because of the you get rattled, right? You get rattled as a player.
Yeah.
You know, like, oh crap, he's attacking me, and this is what happens. But I think he's gonna clean it up. This is a really good move. He does have 1 scan, so he can, but it's not like he can't warp in more. Where's the rest of his units? Oh yeah, all he has to do is warp in DTs.
Yeah, no, DT's just defend this because he only has 1 CC. I think he got a scan.
Even if you can see him, though, the thing is, DTs you can't kill him that fast, right? Even if you can see him. So
TKXC is just dead. We're going to game 5.
yeah, it looks like it. It was just it was just timing, right? All these units were not in place, and it was just DTs. That's the problem too. If you only have 1 scanner,
I think the biggest thing for LittleReaper is just don't cannon rush.
don't cannon. Well, the thing there is, if you only have one orbital, right? It's hard to do much with that. You need a Raven maybe. So AXD is trying to. What do you think he's gonna do next? He might make a Raven this time because it's pretty obvious. Orbitals are a thing, right? I think these two are he's getting worn out. You can see his head's down. Best of 5 is a lot,
Oh,
and
yeah,
going all 5 games.
Well, when it's actually for something, it's different to play just 5 games on ladder. You're relaxing, whatever. But
Yeah.
it's 5 games that all kind of mean something to you, or definitely mean something.
It's a lot
to
of pressure. We saw that too, where he said, "Please stop." He doesn't even want to chat, right? That's what I'm thinking is happening. I'm not sure. Anyway, we're going to the final game, guys. This is all execution at this point, right? Execute. Have a good game plan, and some luck. So maybe a little bit of luck there was, you know, he was out of the map and there was only 1 orbital, right? So it's all gonna come down to this 1 game.
That's such a cool stream overlay you got, KJ.
Yeah, so I started editing one, and it just, you know, it was an original image, and I started editing it and cutting things to make it like a lot of little video things in there. So that's the history of that. Anyway, we got the game starting up. final game, guys. Here in the bottom right, tied up, AXD.
And in the top left, we have LittleReaper, the 6-year-old phenom who just seems to just be destroying everyone.
Except for the 2 games where he kind of did. I guess your rule is what? What was your rule?
Just don't cannon rush.
That's your rule. Yeah, it's funny. Like when you have a small sample size of 4 games, I don't think you can make such a rule. But
I
maybe.
mean, based off this series, like,
Yeah. No, you're right. You're right. That was just kind of funny. Well, we don't.
not a single cannon rush has succeeded.
That's true. Well, you have to practice it, right? I mean, if you look at the professional cannon rushers, they know how to do it right. Like it's such a
They know every step.
yeah,
of
it's
the way.
a fine line. It's really hard. I play, and sometimes I cannon rush just to try it out, but it's really hard if I'm playing. At the masters level, if I'm playing someone and I'm cannon rushing them, it's just they know how to deal with it.
Mhm.
I know at the diamond level, I can kind of wing it and still win.
Last season, did you watch Parting vs. Sue?
Yeah, I saw that.
Oh my god, I nearly rolled out my chair laughing, like, because that's the type of stuff Parting does on stream, and I couldn't believe it was actually happening in GSL.
Yeah, Haas does a lot of that too, and then of course printf, which we all know, right?
Yeah.
So this is a mistake. He's getting like a third depot so fast, right? So that's you normally don't need it that fast because if you look at your supply, right? So that's more of a build refinement that you can work on. See, these guys are gonna watch the BOD later, right, and learn from it. So this is a very late scout. And you know what? Here's what I've noticed. Except for game 1, AXD has not been expanded. Right? So yeah, that's a good question on the chat. Cannon rushing. I don't like to do it just because I can't do it right. Number 1. Number 2, I feel dirty when I win. Right? That's the thing. Okay, at home we see the typical.
I'll definitely say AXD should at least be building like a command center on the high ground, right?
Yeah. That's a build mistake on his side. This is
But he's
also
going
a
for a 1-1-1.
1-1-1.
Yeah,
Yeah.
one.
Yep. Correct. Yep. But look, did he need that? Did you see what AXD did?
I know. Yeah, he supply dropped. I think he was about to get supply blocked, and he.
I see. So
Yeah.
So he might be doing this for really sharp timing then. So
No, it was more he forgot to build the depot, and he was like, "Oh my god, I'm about to run out of supply." That's just supply drop rather than dropping a mule.
yeah, maybe that's a good point.
Yeah.
But
Oh,
you
I
mean-
do that all the time. Like, because Terran's my worst race, and I play random in team games. That happens to me all the time. I just forget to build the depot, and I'm like, well, I need this Thor to come out right now, so I just drop the supply.
That's a good point. Look at that. So this is very economic for LittleReaper here, but he's going to be ready because this is a very aggressive. Well, do you think this is defensive for AXD? It's not really at
I mean, this is way too defensive because he hasn't really even scouted.
But
and...
he remember he got 3 games where the guy's like the guy. The guy's been very aggressive towards him.
LittleReaper, yeah.
Yeah. So
I mean, yeah, a War Prism with DTs is coming. Now he's building a turret. Based on last game, I would hope he'd also build a turret in the middle line.
yeah, that's important.
And it looks like those gateways are actually about to finish as the Warp Prism arrives, and he's just gonna warp in 4 DTs. But there's a tank already ready. There's a missile turret, but he's gonna come around.
Yeah.
He's
like
this
if
is
it
almost set up against a Blink Stalker, not DTs.
yeah, Blink Stalker, correct. So where is this gonna go? It needs to go in the right spot. Oh, he's gonna take care of that first. Uh-oh. Is he gonna get out in time? Ooh,
Gets away, gets
so
away, gets away.
close, so close. 7 hit points, and you
And he recalls.
you might think there's a Viking or something.
Yeah, he's just playing safe.
You think? I like it. Why not? It's game 5, right?
But
Oh.
here's the Doom drop.
Yep.
This just seems to be AXE's plan, is to do a Tank Marine Doom drop. Like
Here's the
every
thing,
game.
though. Look at these Archons. Can they fit through this wall?
No, absolutely not.
And he can't recall, so he's gonna have to do the Prism Micro, which could easily die. He does have charge.
Yeah, this is a really bad building of his buildings. Like,
Yeah, the buildings is bad placement. Can he get up and down? We'll find out.
honestly, this is the dream for AXD here.
Okay, let's take a look at it.
Building. Like,
Yeah.
he's just gonna drop off the ledge there. There's no way the Archons are gonna get to it.
And he just used recall, so he can't like get up there.
He's gonna drop by in the middle line too.
He doesn't have a scan, so one.
Which ironically is worse.
Oh, he's gonna load it up with the. Yeah, look, see, he needs to run these probes, and then the Prism needs to pick up. He's gonna have to pick up the What do you call that? Oh, he loses all these. Yeah, the Prism needs to pick up the Archon.
I think this is almost unrecoverable. If there's a scan here.
He doesn't have scan right now, so.
Oh my god.
He somehow bungled that.
Your opponent has DTs. Why don't you have a scan?
I know. He just needs to warp in and clean up. That's it. Yeah, look, he's gonna try to clean it up with these stalkers. Oh, he runs away right away, so he knows.
That one Archon can clean up.
He has
all
2.
that.
There's another one down here. This game, it cracks me up.
I mean...
Uh-oh. There's a lag.
I thought LittleReaper was going to be in danger, but...
He was.
AXD is really far behind. He's still on 1 base right now.
But he killed a lot of workers. Killed a lot of workers, though. And it's the worker count's close.
But... So... Yeah, but AXD still 1 base, and... LittleReaper still had an entire base of saturation after that, still.
Oh, and look what's happening here.
Yeah. He's gonna get
if he goes to the... gonna run away. Didn't work out there. But if
that's a mule. You have to think about that. He's on 1 base, and that is a mule.
At this point, man, he has plenty of SCVs to not care about muling.
But he needs to build another base.
Yeah. I hate this like setup here. I would almost destroy one of these like gateways.
I would destroy one of the gateways.
That's what you would do, right? Yeah.
Yes, I would destroy one of the gateways.
This is like you need to be able to protect. I mean, this is like a drop base type of thing. He changes his mind about dropping. He feels it's risky. I'm not sure.
This feels like an all-in. I feel like if this doesn't do a ton of damage, this is over. This has to do a bunch of damage. And those DTs
are still outside.
Are still outside. So he's gonna get counterattacked.
Look, he's got 2 of these guys. This is where F2 is a good thing. Oh, are these gonna... No, it's not. I was gonna say...
Yeah, they're not gonna run into each other. Oh, that's a speed. Is he gonna see it? No, okay.
No. Nope. Well, he has a recall, so keep that in mind. Oh man. Alright, let's go see what happens.
This is gonna be a base trade.
Yeah, if he goes up
one
now.
tank defending and a couple Marines.
He recalls.
He's gonna recall a little bit. That's really not gonna change anything.
He just has, yeah.
If you look at the resources right now, if LittleReaper just goes build a base in the corner of the map, I think this is just over.
You think?
Yeah.
He can warp in DT still too on defense.
Yeah,
Oh,
and orbital is lifted off.
if he kills that orbital,
All he needs to do is prevent it from landing.
money-wise, plenty of money, right?
Yep, and I would build a DT shrine, like another one, like in a random corner.
That's ambitious, man. That's like crisis management. I don't see that.
Just to make sure I can continue to warp in DTs, you know?
Yeah. Look, there he has a scan now. He has 3 scans, in fact. But he's ready for it. Let's see. Oh. He needs to run these probes too. Oh, he can't drop here, can he? Oh yeah, he's gonna drop.
There's DTs here, though. And he doesn't have a way to scan.
He does.
This is over.
Oh, no, he does.
Oh, now he does. It
Yeah,
probably
yeah.
just landed.
He just has to not lose any more probes here. Oh, he's gonna go home. He's gonna go home. He has another
I
base.
think the game's over. Unfortunately.
You think?
Yeah.
That's a wild one. It's like... Okay, it is. I mean, once you GG, that's pretty much over.
Yeah.
Me, mathematically, I think it's not, right? But I think it is over, and he moves on to the finals.
That's awesome. Is
That
the
was-
final tonight?
Yeah, final. No. That won't be tonight. But
Okay.
he pulled it off. He was hairy. He had bad positioning, right? He was
Mhm.
like he did a great job with that. I think the mistake there was AXD just didn't adapt to the DTs, right?
Mhm.
So let's update. You know what? We had not update the actual brackets since that was final. Where the hell is the bracket? Sorry guys, I'm tired like these two are. So Isaac moves on, right? In the last game, 2-1. Was it 2-1? 2-1. And then this one. So they're both matches are actually pretty close. So right now we have our final 3 right here. That's our final 3 guys. LittleReaper, AXD, and Isaac. So that will be played some other time. This is pretty much gonna end it for us. Let's get the guys for
Okay.
some interviews. I think that would be really cool. Can we get can we get Tony for an interview? LittleReaper from camera looks like he's not around. But AXD is around, so let's ask him for an interview. It's really unusual to have an interview for the loser, but he's not out yet, so it doesn't matter too much. So let's get him on for an interview. And then we'll get LittleReaper for an interview. Because I'm
Okay.
pretty sure Wava has some questions.
I have more questions for AXD.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So let's see, can he unmute? What about you guys on the chat? Let me know if you have a question we'd like to ask. Can we get them on an interview?
He's on.
He's on? Okay. Hey, AXD, how you doing? Tony.
Hey guys, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear
Yep,
you. So
we can hear you.
apologize for interviewing, but typically you don't interview losers, but this is a fun event, so it doesn't really matter. And you're not a loser. You're not completely out yet. You just lost a very close match. We'd like to interview you and see your thoughts on how the game went.
Absolutely. Yeah. Oh my goodness. So for a little bit of background for the people that don't know, Alex and I actually have played a lot of games in the past, and we've had a lot of series. And for the most part, I think that we've gone our own ways and practiced a little bit. But I was not expecting that. He clearly got a lot better, and I wasn't prepared to take him on. And he had an incredible series and just kicked my butt. So.
he is one. I think the best 6-year-old I've ever seen play this game.
He is the best. I wouldn't even say kid. I mean, he's up there in the kids. I wouldn't even say 6-year-olds. But I'm terrified. Now that he beat me, I feel like he's a little bit better. So now I'm already scrambling to try to catch back up, which is fun. But yeah, no, I think the first game, I felt really confident about the first
You
game.
were way ahead, that's for sure. on
Yeah,
game
and
one.
then I made some really bad moves when I dropped. Typically, if I'm a pretty novice player, so if it goes past like 5 to 10 minutes, then I really don't know what to do. But I
Yeah.
think at the end when I dropped in all those battle cruisers, it was the biggest mistake of my life. So
Yeah, you lost that first warp in, right? Actually,
Yeah.
a question from the
Alex
chat.
just crushed me.
Question from the chat is, why did you expo so late? I think except for game one, you actually
Yes.
didn't expo for a very long time. Were you just kind of like scared, or what was the deal with that?
I think in the second game and or what was it?
The cannon
second,
rushes, right?
Yeah,
Second and third game.
The next few games were can rushes.
Yeah, the next two games like a cannon rush. I thought that I might. So I didn't do any due diligence. I didn't scout at all. But I thought that I just assumed that there might be another cannon rush coming. So I stayed at home, and then it was not great. So I thought I might be able to just do a full push on the last. Well, I actually tried the last two games, and I just got wrecked the same way both games. So
Yeah, so it's a game adjustment. Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah,
What did you think of the
yeah.
cannon rush? I don't think he's ever cannon rushed you before, right?
He's never cannon rushed me before. I think just playing a lot of 1v1s of my own, I've been cannon rushed a lot by Protoss. So,
Okay, so you know what to do with the tank. That's why.
I wouldn't say I know the best strategy, but I know a strategy to get me through. Which usually, sorry, go ahead.
Yeah. The main strategy is just build a tank.
Yeah. So that seemed to work, but yeah, Alex, it was a great series.
Yeah,
So I'm excited to fight for my place back to challenge him again. But
yeah, exactly. You're only knocked down to the losers bracket. Well, you'll face Isaac, and then the winner goes back up and faces LittleReaper for the finals. So, what do you think about the Isaac game? Any thoughts on that?
So I watched the Isaac game versus Mordred. I don't know exactly if I have a game plan yet against Isaac. I think that.
Well, don't give it away.
Yeah. I don't know how to handle it. We actually did talk a while back before we started, and I said I'm excited to play you. I thought I'd play him a little bit earlier.
Got it.
But he said that he's about 56% against Terran, but
got it.
I have some unconventional strategies, so we'll see how it goes.
Let's get LittleReaper on the video too, and then you two should interview him, Weva and AXD, right? I'll. So can we get him on? Can we help? Let's make sure he's unmuted. Just a quick interview.
Can you hear us?
He's really low.
Hey, LittleReaper.
Hey. He's still really low.
Yeah, maybe keep the questions short for now.
Yeah.
Okay. So, LittleReaper, how did you feel about the first game? It was a really long game. Were you nervous?
I thought I was gonna lose.
Hey, me too.
And I when you told me about it, I thought that I was like, that's a free kill.
I think you're right.
Yeah, that warping with the battle cruisers is not the best play. Now, LittleReaper, just curious, why did you keep cannon rushing into a Terran?
I didn't have a cheap. I forgot some things though, and it's hard to do stuff. I forgot some builds, and I was just trying to block off one of the expansions a little bit. So yeah, I was just I did I didn't know you had a tank. So that's why.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
And LittleReaper, have you watched any of the other games up to today? The other players?
I have.
Yeah, me too. And I saw that there's been a lot of cannon rushing, and there's been a lot that's worked really well. So I think it was a good strategy to try it. So it was good, but yeah, but you did really well. When you did it cannon rush, that's when you really wrecked me. So. You think you'll play me again sometime? What do you think about me versus Isaac?
I'm not sure.
That's fair. Very good.
How do you think you're gonna do against Isaac?
Me?
Yeah. You. AXD.
Oh, sorry. I think that it's gonna go. So wait, is that a 5-game or a 3-game series?
5.
5. I think it's gonna go 4 games. I think I'm gonna lose 3-1.
You think you're gonna lose?
Yeah, I'm not great with the Zerg, especially with the way that I play. I'm not. I do tend to like have big pushes. So if I do a big push and it fails, there's no way I can recover from that. So.
Yeah, I don't know. I think your battle cruiser thing will wreck Zerg. Keep that in mind. And then you do a Thor push. Instead. Yeah. So I don't know.
I would try looking up like Hellion fast expand builds.
Okay.
Like against Zerg. Try looking up those. Those are pretty good. And then like tech into whatever you're comfortable with, like Marine tank or battle cruisers. There's a lot of ways you can go about it, or just pure mech.
Yep.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, I think
He'll coach you. Wava will coach you.
Yeah, right? That sounds good. I do think it'll go at least 4 games. Obviously, I hope that I win. I want to get my revenge against LittleReaper.
There you go. All right. Well, thanks for the interviews, guys. That's it. That's gonna do it for us. For this until the finals, and then we'll head. Right, Seth? Or are we playing? I don't think we were playing Isaac, right? It's kind of late already.
Tomorrow.
Yeah, we'll do it tomorrow. So that'll be the matchup, and then the finals probably tomorrow, and then we'll start Code A. All right. Thanks for hanging out, guys. Appreciate it. And that'll be the end of the stream. Everyone watching, appreciate it too. Thank you. Hey, Wava, thanks for casting with me, by the way.
No problem.
Do you have fun?
It was a pleasure. Yeah, no,
Yeah,
it was fun. It's really different to see the lower level games.
Yeah, it's you gotta think differently and explain things.